Welcome to Inside New Albany Football with Coach Cody Stubblefield. I'm Jody Walls.
I'm Brady Brock.
We're with Gumtree Mortgage here in New Albany over on Starland Avenue. We specialize in home financing needs, whether it's a purchase, a refinance, or new construction.
And we're super passionate about trying to help you find the home of your dreams, help you get it financed, just like this one right here.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Come out, hit them in the mouth on the first play, we're going to be fine.
Well, hello. Welcome to Week 7 of Inside New Albany High School with Coach Cody Stubblefield and Mr. Paul Henry. We want to welcome you to the show. Again, our show is sponsored by Wally Morgan State Farm, or at least that's the site sponsor. And our show sponsor is?
It's Gumtree Mortgage. It's Jody Walls, Brady Brock. Collectively, both these guys do a tremendous amount to support us, so we very much appreciate those people.
That's right. You know, in high school athletics, you can't do it without your sponsors, so we appreciate them, want to thank them. And each week, we hope to give them a shout out and hope you'll reach out to them if you need insurance or any type of mortgage needs. So, Coach, Week 7, last week we played Pontotoc at home. This week we've got Ripley away. Tell us about the Pontotoc game.
Yeah, you know, we got a chance. We started division play. Pontotoc was our first game in division. I went 4-1 in non-division. We talk all the time about it being 3 different phases, non-division, division, and then the third phase being playoffs. So wanted to start off on the right foot. Pontotoc is always going to be a well-coached, good football team. Came in, didn't do everything right, but again, 2 weeks in a row found a way to win. So really, really, really pleased with us going down. You know, defensively played well, offensively scored at times and managed to do some good things, but just pleased with coming out with a win for sure.
That's right. So 4-1 in non-division, 1-0 in the division. Mr. Henry?
Yeah, big win. Anytime you can beat Pontotoc, whether it be home or away, is a big win, you know.
Yeah, I think talking to David Good, he said that the series had played somewhere right around 100 times. It was like 43 that New Albany won, 46 that Pontotoc won, and then 3 or 4 games have been a tie. So it's clear and easy to see that that's why it's a rivalry game. It's been close every year. I know in my 5 years, 2 of the ones have been in overtime. One of them was a 1-point game. This was another fairly close game this week. So it's year in and year out, it's a close game. Like I said, they're coached very well. Jeff Carter does a tremendous job with those guys, and they play hard. So, like I said, we didn't do everything right. Defensively played really well at times. I thought our defensive line did a great job. And then offensively we took advantage of some things, had opportunities. We got into some of those heavy sets and ran the ball and punched it in. And then we were pretty solid on special teams. I think we were really close on a couple things offensively that I thought could have broke the game wide open that we just didn't quite make. But again, we did what it took to win. I think going back to that Corinth game, we found a way to win. This is the second week in a row we've beat a good football team. Just being solid for the most part.
So tell us what worked for you on offense, right? So you think about how many points you scored. What were the things that you saw? What was your game plan going into the game? And then how did you adjust to kind of finish the game out?
We started with the heavier set. We had a tight end in, H-back in, some bigger personnel. We knew that one of their strengths was those big guys, but we thought we'd still be able to kind of run it right at them. I didn't have as much success there as we'd like to at first, so we came back and spread them out a little bit. I think both of our touchdowns, a big part of that was taking advantages of some field position, whether it was special teams. One of them was a big penalty that they got. They gave us a late hit on our quarterback and got close to them. But our guys, they found a way. We put that big personnel in, and they got it in the end zone. So, scoring 21 points, we were averaging closer to 40. Not where we really want to be offensively. Of course, we'd love to score 40 every week. But, like I said, we played well enough offensively and then really well on defensively and got the win. So, you saw some success in a couple different areas. Like I said, we're heavily running the ball. I think we only had about 60 or 70 yards passing for the game, and that goes back to those. We had about 4 different plays where we were really close and just didn't quite make the play that would have broke the game wide open, I feel like.
I thought, in the trenches, Pontotoc came pretty intense there right off the start, and we matched their intensity, and our guys battled up front, didn't they?
Yeah, 72 for them was he's 6'6", 6'7", 240, 250. I mean, really big kid. 58 is a guy, another senior that's been there and started for a long time for him. 94 was a returning guy on the defensive front. So 3 really big physical guys on their defensive front. Who a couple of them also played offense. So anytime you've got guys like that, you're gonna have a challenge in front of you. We were very multiple. We played a 3-4 and a 4-3. We expected that going in. Coach Mapp and Jeff did a really good job scheming up that defense. Like I said, we were consistent enough with a short and intermediate passing game, ran the ball effectively enough to punch it in at times. Just didn't get that home run play that we're used to and we have in the past.
Yeah, I felt like we were just one play away from busting that thing wide open last week, and had our opportunities a couple times, just couldn't quite execute, could we?
Yeah, whether it's Jeb or Shaw or it's a lot that has to go right to make some of those big plays happen, and we just didn't quite make it this week. But I know a lot of confidence in those guys. We're going to keep throwing the ball to them. We're going to keep doing the same stuff because I know they'll make that play moving forward.
Yeah, you ran some cool plays too. One play where all the guys are grouped up on the sideline, ran them out, had an eligible lineman basically. Busted wide open. How much of that do you save for division play?
We take it 1 week at a time. We certainly want to have some of that stuff, but there's all kind of different misdirections, different motions you can use, different formations that you can use to kind of try to gain an advantage, and we try to do that. Offensively, we want to keep it simple and get good at a few things. But also, certainly, if you need a break or need a play to try to win a game, you want to have those in your tool belt and be able to pull them out. So, we practice trick plays and different things week in, week out. And so we've got a few in our tool belt that we can bring out. Some of them we reuse, some of them we move on based on who our opponent is. But it's certainly nice to have some of those things when you need a big play if you got to do something a little different.
Yeah, I was watching the Buccaneers played this week, and they played against Kansas City. And they said one of the most exciting days of the week is when Andy Reid reveals his trick plays and his 2-point plays for the week. They just can't wait to see what they're going to get that week. So I felt like that play was one that kind of was that way. I'd never seen you run it before, but it was kind of an exciting play.
Our guys get kind of tired. Coach Stubblefield, some of the offensive linemen, hey, why am I going to do this? So we're not using it in the game. But there does come a time when you need some of that stuff. And by us practicing it year round and week in and week out, we get pretty good at it, and we got it when we need it. So whether it's, double passes or misdirection stuff or whatever the case may be, it's nice to have a few little trick plays in your tool belt.
It's just like basketball. Those situational plays, sometimes they may not matter in a game, but there may be this 1 or 2 games in the year that you're really happy you practiced them.
Well, them close games come down to execution in 1 or 2 plays. That could get you beat, number one, or number one could win it for you, couldn't it?
And I think that's the thing. We play Pontotoc's a good team. They play a tough non-division schedule. Their record doesn't indicate the kind of quality of a team they are. Corinth is the same way. I think they were 1-0 in their division as well after beating Caledonia. But again, that's 2 really good wins the past 2 weeks that our guys have battled, played hard. You got to make sure we limit penalties, limit second chances that we give opponents. And then we're able to, capitalize on when we get opportunities. I think that was a big thing. We had some opportunities, and we took advantage of it.
Sure. And then your defense, it looked like to me, it seemed like the quarterback from Pontotoc was always in a hurry. He just couldn't get comfortable in the pocket. It seemed like your defense played well. Talk a little bit about them.
Well, Armstrong, his dad's the offensive coordinator, does a really good job. What they do offensively, a lot of it mirrors what we do. They've gone to more of an air raid style offense, so they're going to do a lot of drop back and letting him sling it out. Anytime you see that, you want to put pressure on him. I think our defensive line, our linebackers in our front did a good job not letting him get comfortable. He's a big kid, strong, hard to bring down, but he's not the most mobile kid in the world. So that pressure can rush the things, and so we didn't want him to feel comfortable back there. And then the best, you said it before, and I hope Coach Monroe used to live by it, the best.
Best secondary is a good pass rush.
Yeah. that's where it starts. We played a lot more man coverage and different things because we were trying to bring pressure. Our secondary played well for the most part. We got to give credit to the past 2 weeks for sure, that defensive staff, putting a plan together and those guys coming out and playing well.
Tell everybody again who your defensive coaches are.
Yeah, defense is ran primarily with Coach Hammond, Trent Hammond. Trent's, most of you know him, but he's been around a long time as a long-time head coach, most recently at Tupelo. He's our defensive coordinator. Kendall Murphy does a lot of different roles on our team, but it does our DBs. Sean Sanks is our linebackers coach, and Channing Ward does our defensive line. So those are our 4 primary guys that handle the defense.
Yeah, really good staff. Got legend coaches and also NFL guys on that staff, so that's a good one to have.
Yeah, a good group of guys for sure.
So tell us a little bit about Ripley this coming week. They're rolling. We're going to their place. They're 6-0.
6-0, right?
6-0. It's a pretty good stretch for us. Like I said, I go back to the last 2 weeks, but Carr and Pontotoc. Now we get a very good Ripley team coming back.
No rest for the weary, huh?
Yeah, this Highway 15 rivalry, the 4A football, it's tough week in and week out. It's going to be a very good game. They're 6-0 going into this week. They've got wins over Senatobia, who's a very good team, Kossuth, who's a big team. They beat Boonville. Then they've got Byhalia and Holly Springs are 2 teams that they've also beat. So 6-0, they've got a lot of confidence riding into that. They've got a returning starter at quarterback, a junior at number 2 that does a really good job running the offense and managing the game. Offensively, they're going to be very multiple. You'll see them in spread. You'll see them in double wing sets. You'll see them in wishbone. I think they certainly want to establish a run game, and they've got different ways they want to do that. You're going to see a lot of different guys back there in the backfield. Aquan McDonald is a kid that we are all familiar with. He had spent some time in Albany. He's one of them. Number 11, Brooks. Number 6, number 24. A lot of different guys will come back there and run the football for them. So our defense is going to be another good challenge for them. I think probably the strength of their team, if I had to say something, would probably be their defensive front. Their D-line and linebackers do a tremendous job. A lot of those running backs also play outside linebacker for them. Number 11, again, number 11 is Brooks as a sophomore, and number 1, Aquan McDonald. Are really good players. Number 24 is a defensive end. That's a junior that does a really good job. A big motor guy. Will remind you of Montavio there, but a little bit lighter, a little bit quicker. A lot of talent there.
We know you kind of talk about the names you're saying are kind of just Ripley named, right? McDonald and some of those guys. When you talk about Ripley, you talk about the McDonald's and the stories and all those great players they've had through the years.
Yeah, certainly. Jamal Brooks was a young man and I'm not sure the relation, but was a very phenomenal player, good player for him a couple of years ago. Went to Northeast, not sure where he's at now, but a tremendous athlete. Ripley's a program that's got a lot of history behind it, a lot of wins there. And then, like I said, it's a big rivalry for New Albany. A lot of our people, look forward to that Ripley week just because they're right down the road, very similar to Pontotoc, and they're good year in and year out.
So what are you going to see from a front standpoint? I know you mentioned on the defense, their defensive line and linebackers are good. Are they a 4-man or a 3-man front? What's their secondary look like?
Defensively, they're going to base out of a 4-3.
1 safety or 2 safeties?
2 high, 4-3, 2 high. So that's going to be 4 DBs, 3 linebackers, and then 4 defensive linemen. Pretty much juniors across the defensive front. They've got a really big junior class. I think they've got a couple seniors and maybe a sophomore. So big junior class. That 4-3, they're not really a big blitz team. They're a quarters, cover 3 when they roll team. So they're going to, we're going to try to see where they're at in the secondary and where those 2 high safeties are going to be, whether they're reacting down to screens and runs or whether they're sitting back, that's stuff that we'll have to evaluate during the game and get a game plan for. But I think, again, it starts with that defensive line. Guys that are juniors all the way across the board that are really good, that really give great effort, and then those 3 linebackers. So those 7, our offensive line, going to have to make sure we're able to control it. I talked to our guys today on both sides of the ball. The defensive line, our defensive line, and our offensive line are keys to this week. Controlling the line of scrimmage, being more physical than them up front. That'll lead us to success for sure.
Yeah, you talk about them not blitzing much. Often when teams don't blitz, it's because their front 7's good enough that they don't have to.
Yeah, they want to get pressure. Obviously, they want to control the line of scrimmage, and if you're able to do that, and by playing base, you typically tend to be your
no reason front. To blitz. Then, what about their special teams?
Special teams, they're solid. Like I said, they've got a very good kicker. Anytime you're a good team in 4A football, you don't do it without good special teams. So a lot of the same guys are involved besides their kicker, and they'll be sound there as well.
Meant to talk also about ours. Are our guys still in? I want to say undefeated, but are they still perfect
We're
field goals?
Still perfect right now. I know those guys in WNAU started kind of coining that the streak and whatnot, but they are, great. This past week against Pontotoc, scored a big touchdown and had a couple penalties that backed racing up on the extra point. He didn't bat an eye, sat there and drilled it. I think he's being more and more confident today at practice. I think he kicked a 38-yard field goal and just like it wasn't nothing, So, he's getting a little more cocky. We're starting to have a little more fun out there with him, but he's doing a great job. Him and Witt's been sick earlier in the week, kind of bounced back from that. Those guys are huge assets to our team. We talk a lot about offense, defense, but if your special teams is not solid, you're gonna have trouble.
Absolutely.
No pressure on eighth grader, but after the game the other night, I seen his mom and dad walking up, and I said, okay, when they were backing him up, were you getting a little nervous or anything? Daddy was like, no, and Mom was like, yeah, a little bit. So sitting up there watching an eighth grader kick a field goal in that type of situation in a close game. That's great to see what the future is in our kicking game,
Yeah, Witt does a tremendous job now. He's got a good relationship with this eighth grader, with Grayson that we're talking about. He's been great with him. We go out there on special teams, whether it's kickoff, and Witt, he gets frustrated with it if he doesn't put the ball in the right spot. But because that's the way we do situational when we're kicking off, we're kicking it at sky or deep left or whatever the case may be. We're asking him to pinpoint it and put it in a certain spot, and that's just as hard as it is to kick a field goal. You don't notice that on the stat sheet as much, but it certainly has an impact on the game because,
no doubt.
If we're trying to cover to the left and he kicks it right, we tell him all the time, well, you better go make the tackle. And that's the same case with
motivation to kick it in the right spot.
He made a couple tackles this year, has he not?
He's not scared to get after it. We talked to Grayson, of course, Grayson's a 13-year-old, and he's not quite as happy about going down there and covering right now, but Witt doesn't mind.
Yeah.
Witt doesn't mind it at all. Same thing with punt. We've seen Braden back there. You saw Witt back there this past week. We're asking them to put it to a spot. We're trying to cover that area instead of the whole field. And so it's a tough task for those guys. Like I said, as a fan, you don't necessarily see how hard it is to do those other kicking games. It's easy to see if the field goal is good or not. But it's a huge deal where they're putting the ball on kickoff, other special teams as well. A lot of these specialty guys are young. They're going to get to come back. Jeb Bowen's a sophomore, and he holds for us every week. Ethan Conley's been snapping for us for a while now. He's a junior, so he'll come back. So a lot of our special teams guys are going to come back. Witt'll be the only one that we lose. And so we're excited about that.
And Jeb's a baller. He's just a guy you can depend on, So tell us real quick, you mentioned injuries. Tell us about your injury situation.
Well, we're Ethan Cathy is still out with us. He's going to miss the rest of the year with that leg injury. Ethan is one of the primary guys on our offensive front. He's out right now, but we're excited about Drew Hobson.
I was about to ask, how's it?
So Drew's coming back this week.
Drew should be back.
That's exciting.
He got cleared today. I think he got cleared at 3:27. I think by 3:35, I think he was down there in his pads.
He's looking for somebody to hit.
He's
looking for somebody to hit.
That's right, no doubt.
We joke about Drew, but he brings a lot of energy, a lot of effort, a lot of good things to the table. He's a bull in there, and he don't mind hitting somebody. So I think he's going to be a huge asset to get in there with Keener and Woods and those other linebackers, Parker or Skinner also. Those guys, it'll be a huge asset to have Drew back.
Anybody else out?
Well, just experience coming back right there.
Oh, yeah.
We've got some guys banged out. We've got some guys sitting out for some, for an ejection. We're not going to be at full strength there, but we got some guys coming back though. So we'll be in pretty good shape.
When you mentioned Drew, 5 minutes later, he's got his stuff on. It's nice to coach a kid that wants to be there, right?
Doubt.
And so when he packs his stuff on, he's ready to hit somebody. That's fun.
There's nobody more excited about hitting somebody at football than Drew Hobson. I promise you. He's not the only one. We've got several guys. Stephen Woods is a guy that's going to play downhill. He's going to be aggressive. Skinner's a tough kid. A lot of those guys are like that. But Drew's definitely got a little extra oomph to him when he comes out there to football practice. So we're excited about that. He's been playing for a couple years now. Has been a huge part of our team last year. So anytime you get a guy like that back, it's a big relief, and it's a big
one thing
boost
about
for us.
You never have to worry about the effort out of him. That's 100%.
And and that's a lot of our guys. That's what we've talked about. I think kind of started early in the year when with Itawamba we had chances to lay down and they didn't do that.
You could see it. Yep.
we don't always have to coach effort. Sometimes you do, but this group, these kids, we're not having to do that near as much as we have in the past.
Well, Coach, good luck. 5-1. Hope we're 6-1 at the end of this week. We play at Ripley.
Right at Ripley, like I said, they're 6-0. We're 5-1. Going to Ripley, going to be a big game for us, big game for them. It's the second division game, and kind of will set the tone as we kind of go through. I told those guys we're 1-0 right now. You're perfect right now. You got to take it 1 week at a time, and we got to stay that way.
Well, we had a great crowd there at Kitchen Field last week. We need all that crowd to show up at Ripley this Friday night, don't we?
Absolutely.
They've got kind of a smaller section over there, so I hope we pack it out. Hope we have guys standing around, so it'll be great. It's going to be close. That fence is awfully close to Ripley, so you're going to get a really close-up look at what goes on the sideline. You're going to be able to hear coaches, hear kids. It'll be fun. I think it's going to be a great atmosphere.
Well, and the game this week starts at 7 o'clock. So now that we're in October, all the games start at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, finally get to kind of back it back down.
Start a little
normal
earlier.
Time starts at 7 o'clock. You know, if you can't make it, I know you're going to go to our journalism staff. Chris Russell, those guys do a tremendous job. I get calls all the time asking about how we live stream, what we're doing, and Chris Russell, journalism staff, WNAU, all those people that put it together do a tremendous job. Talk to Chris and Luke after the game, and he's excited. Luke's excited about
Talking about Luke Henry.
Luke Henry does a tremendous job, and him and the other guys as well. It's a big asset to our program. It's a big asset to our school and community for sure.
Yeah, none of it's easy doing that live stream, but it's also something that you've got a group of kids that get involved with it, it's their thing, right? I always tell the story about Luke when I introduced him to Chris and he was excited to do the live stream. About 2 days later, he caught me and he said, now, Mr. Garrett, I want to be clear. I don't actually want to play football. I only want to live stream football. I was like, yeah, Luke, I know exactly what you're talking
Good sized kid.
I know.
We definitely let him give it a try.
I saw him the other day, and I told him that. He's gotten about 6'2" or so. I said, Luke, it may be time for you to play football. And he said, you know what he said? He goes, I've been thinking about it.
Well, there you go. We can definitely
put the camera down and grab a helmet, huh? Here we go.
Because he's a big dude. He is a big dude.
We're all encompassing. We'll let anybody have a shot at it.
That's right. Sure. That's right. Well, again, thanks to Chris and all that crew that are making the live stream happen. Even the sideline camera, people don't realize how hard that wireless camera is. So the halftime interview and the post-game interview where they get that shot up close of you looks really good.
Yeah, our girl that does that does a tremendous job. She does a lot of the graphic stuff that Mr. Russell puts out for the week. The game day graphics, she's doing a lot of that. She does a great job.
Band shots, cheerleading shots, fan shots. I mean, a lot of that good stuff.
Really talented people that are part of that.
That's right. Well, thanks again for watching. Again, the site sponsor is Wally Morgan State Farm. And then the show sponsor is
Gumtree Mortgage. It's Jody Walls, Brady Brock. Again, collectively, the whole group, both businesses, both organizations, do a great job supporting us.
And Coach Stubblefield's pointing because they're basically across the street from each other.
Right next door. You know, we're in here at Wally Morgan's an office right next door, just down the road, just a little bit. Is Gumtree Mortgage.
Well, thanks so much for joining us, and we hope to see you next week. Go Bulldogs.
Go Dogs.
Wally Morgan State Farm is proud to host Coach Cody Stubblefield's New Albany Bulldog pregame show.
At Wally Morgan State Farm, family is important to us. We think of ourselves as a family and our community as a family, and nothing is more important than nurturing the youth in our community. We are super proud of Coach Stubblefield and all the work he's done for Bulldog football, and we are super excited to support him and the entire team and see what they do this season. Go Dogs!
This week's Hype Video is brought to you by Pam Brown State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Here I come, you can't hide. Gonna find you and take it slowly. Ready or not, here I come, you can't hide.
Last week, and to me, that right there shows me that they're on point for tonight as well. did win the toss. They deferred to the second half, so the Bulldogs did get the kickoff, and the Bulldogs are going to have possession of the football.
Shettles will work at quarterback. He's going to send Shaw and Shumpert wide to the left side of the field. Bolin will go wide to the right. Back to pass to Shettles. Got it all day. Now he's rolling to his right. He's in big trouble. Back at the goal line, he throws the football away and almost had a big problem there, Keith, and I think they're going to throw intentional grounding.
Yeah, I think they are. I don't know. It has to get back to the line of scrimmage, and actually, to be honest with you, I think it was really close to getting back to the line of scrimmage. But he, as you said, he had time. One of his receivers fell down, and when the receiver fell down, that kind of ended any hope we had of that being a successful play. But I think they picked the flag up, Kurt.
They did. They picked it up. They waved it off. You were absolutely correct. The ball did not make it to the line of scrimmage as Shettles looks to the far side of the field, the wide side. We're going right to left. Robertson, DJ Robertson are working the slot along with Bolin up at the wide side of the field. Shaw goes in motion. Shettles flares it out to him. He catches it. He's got some running room across the 40 out to the 44-yard line. Looks like it's going to be about a yard short of a first down. And the Bulldogs, nice job of swinging that thing out to Shaw.
Well, we've run that play a lot this year with success, and Shaw's going to be in motion and get it to him. And really good job of Braden throwing that ball on target.
Shettles in a hurry, speeds his team up, hands it to his up back, straight ahead he goes, and he got just enough for a first down. I don't think he got an inch extra, but he got enough.
He did get the first down. You're right. Bulldogs are going to have it first down and 10 on their own 45-yard line. And, again, ran it off the left side, and something we don't need to see is Matthew Harris down there limping right now, and we need him to be okay.
Bulldogs ready to go. Shettles barks out the signals. He's back to pass. He's looking downfield. He's got a man, and he incomplete. We had a couple of players. I think our players ran into each other and broke it up, Keith.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. We had two guys in the same spot. It was DJ and maybe it was Shaw. I'm not sure. I will tell you something to keep in mind, Curtis. Cody Atkinson was running over here out of the backfield wide open for a little screen pass that would have picked up a bunch of yardage. So good pass there by Braden. Again, we just had two guys in the area, and they kind of ran into each other.
Clay checks in the football game. DJ checks out. And Shettles hands it to Atkinson straight ahead. Bounces off a would-be tackler. Tries to get outside. Nowhere to go. He's going to lose a couple. It's going to be third down and 12.
Well, we came out throwing the ball. We've only ran the ball that one time when we picked up the first down, and that time we were trying to run it there on second and long, and just nothing there. Ripley won at the line of scrimmage and packed everything in. Looks like a passing down here on third and long.
Actually, third and 11. They gave the Bulldogs a pretty good spot. As Zion checks into the football game as a running back. And the Ripley Tigers in the neutral zone give the Bulldogs 5 yards, make it a much more manageable third down and 6.
Well, number 51 for the Tigers jumped off sides, and I watched, like I said, I'm watching film this week. Number 51 for them is a really aggressive player, really good football player, and got a little anxious that time.
I've been telling you all year I like Zion Robinson. He's a sophomore running back. He's checked in the football game. He goes, the flares out to the right. He's wide open. Instead, we're going to throw an interception at the 42-yard line, and still on his feet, upfield, and he may go all the way with it, and he is going to take it all the way back, taken down at the 1-yard line, and they're going to down him at the 1.
Well, big play right there by Ripley, and Braden was throwing the ball on a slant there in the middle, and just wasn't anything there. The linebacker, number 11 for them, just stepped right in that gap and was able to make the play, and actually thought we had him down about the 40-yard line. He kept battling and was able to pick up big yardage, and obviously the Tigers get the first big break of the football game.
They're going to actually, it's going to be first down. It's going to be at the 1-yard line. Goal-to-go situation. A big run back, 48-yard run back by the Ripley Tigers on the interception as they get in a wishbone formation. handed off the left side, and he plunges and he gets enough to get in the end zone, and the Tigers go up 6-0.
Well, we talked about it on the way up here today. It's just, you know, one of those things. This is one of those games that you look and big plays are going to be a part of it, and Ripley got the first big play, get it back down there to the 1 yard line, get the easy touchdown, and they're going to take command of this game right now, 7-0, pending this extra point.
Extra point brought to you by Tallahatchie Gourmet, and it's up, it's high, it's long, and it's good. Tigers 7, Bulldogs nothing, back in 60 seconds.
It's finally game time. The smell of the fresh cut grass, the sound of the drums as the band gets ready to perform, and of course the roar of the crowd as our hometown New Albany Bulldogs enter the field. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage here in New Albany remember those days and agree they were some of the best. They also want your mortgage experience to be the best as well. They pride themselves on excellent customer service and establishing a personal connection with their clients. They also have the knowledge and programs to fit your mortgage needs. So whether you're building, buying, or refinancing your current home, they want to help. Call them and set up an appointment today. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage. Let them help make your dreams come true. Go Dogs!
Call State Farm agent Wally Morgan at 662-539-7062 today.
Waiting the kickoff after the Tigers take advantage of an interception, run it all the way to the 1 yard line, then a one-play, 1 yard drive, plunge it into the end zone, go up 7-0 with 10:03 remaining in the first quarter.
Well, just a bad play there by the Bulldogs. Braden just threw it to the wrong guy, and they made a good play on it.
Jeff Bolin fields it at the 30, tries to get across the field, got a little bit of running room at the 40, turns it up across midfield, taken down from behind at the 46-yard line in Ripley territory. Nice return by Jeb Bolin.
Well, great job by Jeb there. It looked like it was going to be a pooch kick. Not much happened with it, and Jeb took it back across the field and made a big play, got possession of the football in Ripley territory.
Shumpert and Shaw and DJ Robinson, all three come wide to the left side of the field. Atkinson will work as a running back. Shettles looks at the 4-down lineman, heads it to Atkinson. He jumps one man. He's going to get 1 yard, maybe 2. We're going to give him 2 on it. I think where they're going to mark it, we're going to call it 2nd and 8.
Well, just not much happening there in the line of scrimmage. The Bulldog offensive line is not winning at the line of scrimmage right now, and wasn't anywhere for him to really go. Kind of juked it a little bit, trying to find a hole, nothing there, and really nothing gained on the play.
Got an official's timeout. I think they gained a couple on it. I think the chain broke over there, and they're working on it.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Tigers jump out to an early lead, and nice job by the linebacker. He stepped right into that zone and went up high and intercepted the football. I thought the Bulldogs had a couple of chances on it to get the runner down, Keith, and just failed to tackle him.
Yeah, like I said, I thought that we had him about the 40-yard line, and he just kept on going, and just wasn't anything there.
Now they're getting a change. See just exactly what it's going to be. 2nd down and 8. Right at the 44-yard line. And Shettles is going to work with an empty backfield. Tigers show blitz. Shettles is back. We've got flags. We've got an illegal procedure. We're going to try to send it down to David Good. David had some movement.
Yeah, I had a right offensive guard that moved a little bit on that play. So not a good start in the second drive for the Bulldogs.
2nd down and 13. Shettles back to pass. Got time. Steps in the pocket. Looking. Throws it in the middle. Incomplete. DJ Robertson was well covered. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 13.
Well, Braden is just, he's looking at the middle of the field, and actually the receiver that time was open, but if he would look to the right or the left, he's got receivers wide open about every play in the flat.
Twin receivers left and right. Back to pass, trying to set up a screen, and he's going to be taken down back at the 35-yard line is Shettles. Couldn't get it rid of it. Trying to set up a screen, Keith.
Yep, not anything there that time, Kurt. They brought the pressure. We had the screen set up for it, and Braden, I don't know if the receiver, the running back wasn't open. We had blockers out there, and Braden just kept going back and didn't throw the football. And like I say, that they had the receiver, the running back covered.
All the way back at the 35-yard line as Whit Robinson come in and punt the football away. He's got a good snap, time to get it away. A nice high punt. Going to take a Bulldog roll, and he's going to hit a Bulldog in the back. Would have had about another 10 yards of run, but a Bulldog was on the coverage team, and it hit him in the back.
Yeah, that was Ethan Conley going down. He was standing right in front of the return man for Ripley, waiting for him to catch the football, and the football hit Ethan in the back. And good punt by Witt. Ripley's going to have the football just inside their 30-yard line, 1st and 10, leading the football game 7-0.
First real series is a football game for the Tigers. They had one play for a 1-yard drive. Long will work at quarterback for the Tigers. He's a second-year starter at quarterback for them. He hands it to his deep back, and he's got nowhere to go. He might have lost a yard on it. Nice job up front by the Bulldog defense.
Good job up front. You're right, Kurt. The guys up front got penetration, made the play, and I think the key tonight is just we can win up there in the line of scrimmage. We just don't need to let them beat us deep because they don't do that a lot, but they can do it. I mean, Ty Long can throw the football, and the Bulldog defense has just got to be on point like they've been all year on the secondary.
Tucker will come wide to the right for the Tigers. Long barks out the signals. Long keeps it, trying to get outside on the edge. He's going to pick up 5 yards on it. I'll see exactly where they're going to mark it. I might have been a little generous, Keith. It looks like he's going to get about.
Got about 4, didn't he?
Got about 4. We're going to call it 3rd down and 6 for the Tigers. It's Long. Faked it up in there and then pulled it and kept it.
Yeah, just ran a little option to the left, and the Bulldogs stopped the dive back with ease, and then Ty Long got on the corner, and the Bulldogs did a good job of coming up.
Twin receivers to the right side for the Tigers as the Bulldogs go with a 4-down lineman set. First time we've seen that this year. Long rolling right. He's looking, overshot his receiver right at midfield. Cortland Earl on the coverage. It'll be 4th down for the Tigers, 4th and 6.
Well, they tried to roll Ty Long out to the right, and the Bulldogs did a superb job of getting pressure on him, and then also the guys defending were running step for step with everybody, just nothing there. Good job by the Bulldog defense.
Tigers lead the football game 7-0. First series of the real series of the game. They just did not move the ball. They got 4 yards, and that's all they got. As they're in to punt it away, got a nice wobbly punt. It looks like it's off the side of the foot. It's going to take a Tiger roll all the way inside the 30-yard line down to the 28. It hit out here outside the 40, but it took a Tiger roll.
Wow, that was a big Tiger roll there, man. That could have kicked the other way, but like you said, it didn't make it to the 40-yard line and rolled inside the 30 to about the 28.
I thought we might get a real break.
Yep, and the Tigers got another break. So Bulldog offense has got to come out and do what they've been doing.
Shettles brings his team out. First time I've noticed a Bulldog defense in a 4-down lineman set this year, Keith. As Shumpert comes wide to the left. Bulldog's going to go back with a 2-back set. They'll hand it to one, fake it to one, give it to Shaw off the right side, and he's going to get the line of scrimmage. He might have got a yard, but that'll be all he'll get. Nowhere to go. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, good job that time by Ripley of closing in, and that's one thing you'll notice about them. Their linebackers do fill the gaps well. They come up and they'll come up and make a play.
Now the Bulldogs go back to their traditional 1-back set. Twin receivers to the left. They'll bring DJ Robinson in motion. They'll fake it to him. They're going to hand it to Axon straight ahead off the right side. Really not much running room. I think he got a couple of yards out of it. It's going to be 3rd down and about 8.
You're right, Kurt. There just wasn't anything there. We we ran motion from right to left and then ran it back to the right side, and Ripley did a good job of defending that.
Got a little movement along the line of scrimmage. Nobody got everybody's back. No flag. Tigers show blitz, and this time I think they did get in the neutral zone as the Bulldogs pulled them off.
I think they're going to call that on us.
Oh, surely not. Yep. You're right. Back the Bulldogs up 5 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 12. A lot of jumping around on that defensive line of the Tigers with linebackers moving in and out, and a Bulldog flinched. Shuttles back to pass. He's got time. Now he's going to roll. He's rolling right. He's looking, trying to get it to Jeb Bolin, and if he caught it in bounds, it's going to be a Bulldog first down.
Oh, no. I thought he said he caught it. Wow, that was a good pass that time by Braden. A good job by Jeb of rolling and staying with him and coming back trying to help. And I thought he was going to give it to him, but he said he did not make the catch.
And no choice but to send Whit Robinson to punt the football away. C.J. Martin to get back deep for the Tigers. Nice punt by Roberts. Fielding and taken down by a host of Bulldogs right at the 45-yard line.
Good job by the Bulldogs on coverage there, getting down. Good kick, as you said, by Whit. Whit got good hang time on it. Looks like the Tigers are going to have the football at about the 44-yard line, we'll say, 1st and 10. They're leading this football game 7-0. We've got 5 minutes and 58 seconds left in the first quarter, and the Tigers take possession again. Ripley's going to come to the line of scrimmage. Long's going to come up and he's going to have an H-back to his right. He's going to have 2 running backs, one to his left, one to his right, 2 tight ends in the game. He's going to fake it, going to run a kind of a little cross buck there. Going to pick up looks like they're going to give him about 3 or 4 yards, about 4 yards on that, and just a little misdirection that time, Kurt.
That's Brooks on the coverage, Keith, and he got about 4 yards out of it. 2nd and 6. Tigers shuffling those running backs in and out of the game. They've got about 4 that they use in the course of a football game. 2nd down and 6. 5:30 remaining in the first quarter. 7-0 Ripley. Long hands it to his first back through it. He got 1 yard out of it. Just shy of midfield. It's going to be 3rd down and 5.
Good job that time by the Bulldog defense. I'm not sure which one of our linebackers that was that stepped up in there. I think our man's back in action, Mr. Drew Hobson.
That's old Drew 49, sure is.
And he came up and did what you would expect him to do and laid the lumber on him.
Mark it right at midfield, 3rd down and 5. Long has set 3 backs to his right. He'll want with a lone running back in a pistol formation. Hand it to him off the right side, and he's going to be taken down, but I think he got enough for a first down.
Boy, it's going to be close, Kurt. I think they're going to he's going to give it to him. I don't know how he can see it from all the way on this side of the field, but boy, it looks close. He's giving it to him.
Well, they're still looking.
Yeah, this guy over here on our side is one signaling first down. Wow. That was really close. I thought that would deserve a measurement, to be honest with you.
1st and 10 for the Tigers.
Well, just good hard running there. They loaded up with a power play to the right side, and they just ran it off, like I say, off the right tackle and able to pick up the first down.
Long sends 3 receivers to the left. Works a tight end to the right. Now he sends a man in motion. Back to pass. Throws it across the middle. Completes it at the 10, at the 5. Taken down at the goal line. Touchdown for the Tigers. Just raised up and hit him on a little jump pass type play, Keith. Nobody there.
Yeah, they actually, I don't know if that was a tight end or an H-back or what it was, but they just really good play call there, and got kind of like just a streak right down the middle of the field. And Ty put it right on him, and nobody there to cover him. And we just didn't have anybody that could catch him.
Extra points up. It's high, it's long, and it's good.
We got a flag on that, Kurt. I don't know.
Let's see what we got. Well, they're still discussing it. It's good. Personal foul on the Bulldogs. And the Tigers jump up here, and it's 14-0.
Well, just obviously not the start that you want. And again, we talked about it. Big plays. They had an interception, ran it back to the 1-yard line, and then they get a big play on the pass. And those are the kind of things that you can't have happen. We can't seem to run the football right now, and we're down 14, so I would expect us to probably be in pass mode a lot. We're going to start out in a hole here because of that personal foul. They're going to get to kick the ball from our 45-yard line.
Atkinson, Shaw, and DJ Robinson, all three back deep for the Bulldogs. He's been pooch kicking it to Jeb Bolin on these first two kicks, and it looks like he's probably got the same thing in mind this time. We'll just have to wait and see.
This is one of those, Kurt, you got to be careful and watch for an onside-er. And he's going to kick it all the way into the end zone, though. And
that's exactly what it was.
We got that kickoff, and all kickoffs brought to you by Northeast Mississippi Community College. Northeast, they went on to 3-3 on the season in football last night with a 34-20 win over East Central. The remaining home games they have are against number 9 East Mississippi on October the 13th and number 4 Northwest on October the 27th. Visit www.nemcathletics.com for a complete schedule plus updates on all Northeast athletics.
Bulldogs get their offense on the field. They trail 14-0. Twin receivers left and right, shuttles back to pass, dumps it out in the flats, got a receiver, got some running room down the sideline, does Cody Atkinson out to the 37-yard line, 38-yard line, 1st and 10.
Well, Kurt, that's what we've talked about a couple of times. That's going to be open. If Ripley doesn't make some kind of an adjustment to that, that's going to be open all night because it has been.
Shettles goes with the same formation, back to pass again, flares it out again, completes it at the 40, out to the 43-yard line, but we've got flags down on the field, and we'll send it down to David Good.
I believe we're going to have holding on that play by the Bulldogs. Hold.
Yep, that's exactly what they're going to call holding on the Bulldogs. And again, same play we ran the play before. We were flaring it out to this side, to our left side, and he was open, and they called holding. It was just a tough break for the Bulldogs. Going to move us back into the 25-yard line.
It's going to be first down still. It'll be first down and 25. Shettles throws 3 receivers wide to the left. Shifts Cody Atkinson from left to right. Going to run the option. Going to keep. Now he's going to pitch it, and he's going to leave it on the ground. And I don't know if the Bulldogs got on it or not. I think they did.
Yeah, I think we got fortunate for us. We were able to get on the ball there, running a little option that time with Braden and Cody to the right side, to the short side of the field, and Ripley did a really good job of defending it. Fortunate for us, we were able to get on the ball.
Second down, 2nd and 25. Try to pull the Tigers offside. That didn't work. Now to get instruction from the sideline. Tried to pull them offside again. Now we're going to take a timeout. We'll take it with them back in 60 seconds.
Insurance agencies and companies may appear to be the same on the surface, but you'll discover a world of difference when you look a little closer. The biggest difference is the people who serve you. At Collins Insurance Agency, we've been through the good times and the not-so-good times too, always serving the people of this area with the very best in insurance coverage from some of the world's finest insurance companies. Collins Insurance Agency in New Albany.
All right, we're back at Ripley High School. The Bulldogs have the football, have a man in motion. Braden's going to throw a quick out to, I think that's Shaw.
Actually going to be Jeb Bowling.
That is Jeb.
Right at the 30-yard line. Picked up some of the needed yardage, but it's going to get about a third down. We're still going to have about a third down at 20. Shaw and Shumpert wide to the left. Bowling and Robertson wide to the right. Movement along the line of scrimmage. No flag. Shettles talks it over with Cody Action. Fakes it to Cody. Back to pass. Looking. And there's not anybody going to be back there. Incomplete. It'll be 4th down and 20. Bulldogs will have to punt it away.
Well, just nobody thrown way over the head of any receiver that we had. Had guys again on flare routes out here that were open, and we had 2 guys going down the middle of the field, and of course we had 20 yards we needed to pick up that time, and going to bring up 4th and 20, and we're in a punt situation again. Whit Robbins is in to punt again. The snap, he's got a good snap. He's got a kick. It's a high wobbly kick, going to come down about the 50-yard line and kick straight out of bounds inside the 50. So Ripley will have possession again of the football in Bulldog territory with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left in the first quarter.
Yeah, it hadn't really been very pretty so far, Keith.
No, Kurt, it hadn't been pretty at all. And again, they've had 2 big plays, and right now that's the difference in the ball game. But and then possession, you get where you don't want to be in 2nd down and 25, 3rd down and 25 situations. So when we've had the football, we hadn't had success. We just got to try to stop them right here and see if we can't get it back.
Tigers have the football just across midfield in Bulldog territory.
Long's going to take the snap, hand it to number 19, going around the left side, and the Bulldog defense does a really good job of pursuing, able to get up and keep him from getting back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 yards to go for the Tigers.
Choctaw County has taken a 6-0 lead over East Webster in the first quarter. Got a couple of scores coming in. That's all brought to you by Chevron Shortstop. Go by every morning for the best coffee in town. See Jessica, Elizabeth, Savannah over at Chevron Shortstop just across the street from New Albany High School.
Tigers come back to the line of scrimmage. Long's going to take the snap, going to hand it straight up the middle. He's going to run. He's going to miss it, break 1 tackle, and he's going to get about 9 yards on the carry. Going to bring up 3rd down and about 1 yard to go for the Tigers. Kurt, he just was, we had him, just couldn't get him on the ground. He kept turning his feet and popped to the outside, able to pick up, and they didn't give him as much as I thought they did. It's going to be 3rd down and probably 3 yards to go, 2.5.
He's a strong runner, that's for sure. Has a 3rd down and a long 2. Almost might say 3 as the Bulldogs go back to a 3-down lineman set, long back to pass, rolling to his right. He's got some running room. Now he throws it incomplete down along the 20-yard line. It'll be 4th down. Wouldn't be surprised if the Tigers went for it, Keith.
Well, I'm glad that Long that time decided to throw the football. He could have ran the football and picked up the 1st down, and there was nobody there. He chose to throw it, and looks like they are going to punt the football, which to me, Kurt, I agree with you, a little surprising. But they are going to line up in punt formation, and we got to be disciplined right here. Don't jump off sides and just let them kick this football.
Houston's taking a 7-0 lead over the North Pontotoc Vikings. As DJ Robertson lines up along the 10-yard line, anticipating a punt. It's away. It is a super high punt, and DJ's going to get away from it, and I don't blame him, and it's going to get down inside the 5-yard line, but I don't blame DJ for getting away from that one. Thought it probably would bounce into the end zone, but it didn't.
Very unfortunate for the Bulldogs. Another bad starting field position for the Dogs. Let's see if we can put some points on the board here.
37 seconds remaining.
Need something good to happen for the Dogs.
37 seconds remaining, first quarter. They're going to mark it at the, looks like to me, on the 3-yard line. Bulldogs will work with a tight end in the game. Now we've got a stoppage of play. And what we got, Keith?
Looks like they're going to call it on Ripley. I don't know what they did, if they lined up in the neutral zone or... That's what it's going to be. That helps a little, Kurt.
Every inch helps.
For sure.
Shettle sets his team up at the line, looks over that front, hands it to his running back, Cody Atkinson. Nowhere to go. He might have got a yard. Just really not anywhere to run in there, Keith. They're hollering fumble. I don't think so.
They're acting like they have the football. I'm not sure. Hope they're wrong. But
yeah, I think it was down. I think it was already called down.
Well, they're just the offensive line's not blocking right now, Kurt. That's the bottom line. We're not moving them out of the way, and if you can't block and move them a little bit, there's nothing to do there. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Ripley Tigers lead the football game 14-0. You're listening to Bulldog Football.
Reason number 8 to bank at BNA, the technology you demand. We work hard to bring you the latest in banking technologies that make your life easier. Free ATMs, mobile banking, online bill pay, and more. BNA Bank, the bank for Northeast Mississippi.
Call State Farm agent Wally Morgan at 662-539-7062 today.
What will I find at Van Atkins? Well, diamonds. Lots and lots of diamonds. Jewelry that you will not see in any other place. Our Van Atkins collection is styled from beautiful pieces from the past with a fresh Southern update. I believe you'll find value, too. You'll also find people who are a part of this community. If you're celebrating something, we're going to celebrate, too. We really hope you'll find Van Atkins special. I'm Chuck Cooper, and I feel privileged to be a part of that.
All right, you got it.
All right, we're back at Ripley High School, getting ready to start this second quarter. Ripley Tigers lead the football game 14-0. The Bulldogs have possession of the football, second down and about 5 yards to go from the Tiger 8-yard line.
Bulldogs faced with a second down and 5 yards to go. Shettles will work with a two-back set. He'll fake it to one, fake it to the other, back to pass, got a receiver, number Bolin, wide open down the sideline, and Jarrell finally gets, I don't know if he got pushed out of bounds or not, Keith. No, sir, he's going to take it all the way to 10-5, touchdown, Jarrell Bolin. The Tigers thought they had pushed him out of bounds, and Jarrell realized he had not gone out of bounds. Touchdown for the Bulldogs.
Oh, my goodness. I thought that I was just like everybody else, and he just kept rolling. And great play call. Great job by Braden to get the ball to Jarrell. Jarrell caught it and turned the afterburner zone, and it did look like they had pushed him out of bounds from our angle, but he kept running, and touchdown for the Bulldogs.
This extra point brought to you by Tallahatchie Gourmet down on Main Street, New Albany. Alexandra tried to keep the streak going. 28 for 28. Good snap, a good hold, a good kick. It's right through the middle. Ripley 14, New Albany 7, back in 60 seconds.
It's finally game time. The smell of the fresh cut grass, the sound of the drums as the band gets ready to perform, and of course the roar of the crowd as our hometown New Albany Bulldogs enter the field. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage here in New Albany remember those days and agree they were some of the best. They also want your mortgage experience to be the best as well. They pride themselves on excellent customer service and establishing a personal connection with their clients. They also have the knowledge and programs to fit your mortgage needs. So whether you're building, buying, or refinancing your current home, they want to help. Call them and set up an appointment today. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage. Let them help make your dreams come true. Go Dogs!
Call State Farm agent Wally Morgan at 662-539-7062 today.
All right, we're back at Ripley High School. The Bulldogs have just scored to make this a 14-7 football game. We've got 11:44 left in the first half, and the Bulldogs are getting ready to kick it back to the Tigers. And Kurt, that was Bulldogs definitely needed that.
Holmes will get back deep for the Ripley Tigers as Whit Robbins tees it up. Comes forward on the ball. He's going to hit a high kick. Going to be fielded at the 13-yard line. And breaks a tackle across the 30 out to the 36-yard line. First down by the Tigers.
I was thinking we were fixing to have another one of those big plays running down the field. Good job by the Bulldogs to get him on the ground. And, again, got to give the Bulldogs a little bit of confidence there, the way things had gone, getting down 14-0 and getting a touchdown like that. Big plays. We talked about big plays when the game started, and we've seen a bunch of them so far. Looks like we're going to have a penalty on the Tigers as well, move them back. So Ripley's going to have possession of the football at about the 22-yard line, 1st and 10.
West Point leads Cleveland Central in the first quarter, 6-0. Just a couple of scores coming in from around the area. Germantown out of Madison County leads Oxford Chargers 2-0. South Panola 7, South Haven nothing.
Tigers are going to run just a little quick dive off the left side, and not a whole lot there. Maybe going to give him probably 2 yards on that one, and good job by the defense.
That's right, Keith. 2nd down and 8. Bulldog defense playing pretty good football. Tigers have not been successful running the football. In fact, they've had the one play, little jump pass to the tight end that went for a touchdown. Other than that, the Tigers really have not moved the football. Long works with 2 backs, hands it straight ahead, and he's going to lose a yard, maybe 2. And it'll be 4th down and 11. And the Tigers will check in their, well, I guess it's just 3rd down.
Yeah, it's 3rd down, and both of these teams up front on defense are winning against the opponent for sure. That was just a great job by the Bulldog defensive front wall of getting penetration, and look for Ripley to kind of fake something here, a little play action, and go to a pass play here. Got to watch that tight end H-back coming up the middle of the field again.
Looks like a 2 tight end set. Send it back in motion to the right. They're going to hand it straight ahead. Line of scrimmage, and I thought we had a fumble for a minute. Now it'll be 4th down, and the Tigers will have to punt the football.
Well, that was a little surprising to me that they ran it again. What they did, they put that back in motion out to the right side. I thought they were fixing to get the receiver that was in the slot on a little slant there, and they handed it off again, and we'll take that. The Bulldogs are going to get the football back with 9 minutes and 55 seconds left in the first half.
And we've got a timeout on the field. We'll take it with them back in 60 seconds.
It's finally game time. The smell of the fresh cut grass, the sound of the drums as the band gets ready to perform, and of course the roar of the crowd as our hometown New Albany Bulldogs enter the field. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage here in New Albany remember those days and agree they were some of the best. They also want your mortgage experience to be the best as well. They pride themselves on excellent customer service and establishing a personal connection with their clients. They also have the knowledge and programs to fit your mortgage needs. So whether you're building, buying, or refinancing your current home, they want to help. Call them and set up an appointment today. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage. Let them help make your dreams come true. Go Dogs!
Call State Farm agent Wally Morgan at 662-539-7062 today.
Good snap and a good punt. A wobbly punt, and it's going to roll out. This one's not going to take quite as good a roll. Bulldogs are going to get it in Tiger territory at the 49-yard line.
Well, again, the momentum of the game has definitely changed. Again, we're still trailing this football game 14-7, but there for a little bit it was just looking pretty dim for the Bulldogs. And right now, if this offense can move this thing back down to the football field, maybe tie this thing up.
Choctaw County's gone up on East Webster 14-0. Calhoun City leads Eupora 12-0. Couple of scores popping in from us. As Shettles brings his team to the line, sends twin receivers to the right. Going to work with that two-back set again. Going to hand it to Cody Axon. Looks inside. Now he's going to outside. He's got running room. And here comes a flag flying in after he gets a first down. And I guess they're going to call another hold on the Bulldogs. David Good.
You're exactly right. Our offensive guy was getting double teamed there, and they called it on the Bulldogs there for some reason. Tough break for Bulldog. Good run by Cody there.
Yeah, good play call there and everything. It looked like he called the holding on the backside over here, and wow.
It'll remain first down. It'll be 1st and 20.
Just
9:30 remaining before halftime. We got a 14-7 football game going.
Well, again, it's 1st and 20, Kurt. That's 1st and 20, so we got plays. We don't have to get it all at once.
Two-back set for the Bulldog.
Oh,
now they're going to just charge the line of scrimmage and run right into our center. And they're going to mark off 5 yards when it'll be first down and 15.
Yeah, just got a little anxious there, jumped off sides, and his momentum carried him, and he landed on top of Ethan. And we'll take that 5 yards, though.
Two-back set for the Bulldogs and Shettles. Back to pass, looking, dumps it out to Bolin again. He's in midfield, taken out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Short of a first down, give him a gain of about 11 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Well, good play there. Good job by the offensive line, giving Braden time. Good job by Braden of leading the receiver, Gerald Bolin. And, again, our coaches have obviously picked up on something that they saw earlier in the game.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Fakes a handoff, now dumps it out to Bolin again. Inside the 35, inside the 30 to the 25-yard line. And all of a sudden, out of the clear blue sky, Jarrell Bolin can't be stopped.
Well, good job there again by Braden. It was a little option is what it was. Faked the handoff up the middle. Braden could have possibly ran the ball. I think he had no intention of running it. He was looking for Jarrell from the beginning. Big play for the Dogs.
Jarrell and Cody both in the backfield with Shettles. Handoff goes to Axon this time. He looks outside. There comes the flags again. Good 6-7 yard gain by Cody Axon, but we got the flags flying again. We'll send it on down to David. David Good?
He's calling a chop block. I'm not sure if it's on the offense or on the defense yet. They're talking it over out there, but not sure which one he's going to call it on. Looks like it's on the Bulldog.
I think that back judge there, he's from Ripley. He's looking for something every play to call. Wow.
I'm telling you. Back it all the way back out to the 36-yard line. We're gonna have to go 200 yards to get a touchdown. Apparently, as Shettle sends twin receivers left, twins right. Axon to stay at running back. Back to pass, under pressure, throws it, and it's almost inbounced, incomplete. Almost a diving attempt by the Ripley Tiger, but it hit the ground. It'll go incomplete, and the Bulldogs got lucky that it did.
Well, I'm sorry about that, Kurt. I got excited like a fan, but I could see it happening. It was developing. I thought the guy from Ripley was going to catch the football for sure, and it just didn't make it to him. And I don't know if we had somebody ran a wrong route or what, because there really wasn't a receiver for the Bulldogs in that area. I mean, there was a couple over on that side of the field, but not where the ball ended up.
2nd and 20. Bolin and DJ Robertson wide to the right.
Timeout.
Now we've got timeout, Bulldogs. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Sports Connection, WNAU.
Insurance agencies and companies may appear to be the same on the surface, but you'll discover a world of difference when you look a little closer. The biggest difference is the people who serve you. At Collins Insurance Agency, we've been through the good times and the not-so-good times too, always serving the people of this area with the very best in insurance coverage from some of the world's finest insurance companies. Collins Insurance Agency in New Albany.
Shettles brings his team up at the 35-yard line. Looks one way, fakes it the other, completes it to Bolin in the flat. He's got running room. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. He's at the 5, and he is in the end zone. Touchdown, Jarrell Bolin. And the Bulldogs are going to make it a 14-13 game, pending the Tallahatchie Gourmet extra point.
I mean, who is this cat coming out here on offense tonight? Man, what a great play. Great throw by Braden. And Bolin did a super job. Once he caught the football, he didn't mess around, Kurt. He cut up the field and ran full speed. Great job, touchdown, and we've got a new football game.
Robbins in for the extra point. Bolin does the holding. Conley does the snapping. High snap. He got it down. The kick is up. It's high, it's long, and it is good. And that makes the extra point team 30 for 30 on the season, Keith.
Well, Kurt, and that's something I wouldn't. Ethan had a little high snap that time. We've been giving credit to all the kickers, and they've done a super job. But what about Ethan and Jeb? It takes all three of them to do it. Just a super job.
No question about it. I think that's the first snap that's been high this year, and Jeb did a great job of going up, pulling it down, getting it set.
He sure did. They've done a great job all year, and
all of a sudden we've got the Ripley Tigers on their heels. We've got a 14-14 football game going. And Jarrell Bolin has made a statement here tonight. I think the coach Stubblefield says, I want to play some offense, Coach.
Well, he needs to play some offense, looks like, because he's sure playing well. But got to be careful, Kurt. I want you to know we're kind of nationwide on this stream and stuff. I just got a text from my best buddy up here at Ripley, Kenny Cooper. He's watching us tonight, so we can't be talking about the Tigers too bad, I guess.
Oh, we like the Tigers. We just don't want them to win.
We want them to lose. That's right.
Glad to have Kenny joining us tonight on the live stream. That's all done by Chris Russell and the New Albany Journalism Department. They just do an outstanding job.
Good kick by Witt.
Fielded at the 10, out to the 15, to the 20. Runs through a couple of tackles and finally taken down at the 40-yard line.
Well, that's two big returns Ripley's got. Again, getting the football back. We're getting down there. They're just doing a really good job of forming a wedge, and we're not able to get to the return man. But, again, this game was 14-0, and we got it back to 14-all with 7:48 left in the first half. Ripley's got the football at their own 40-yard line.
Leah Hudson with us again tonight with Chris out of the journalism department. I think Leah's here every Friday night. They just do such a good job.
Great job.
Long hands the football out, trying to get outside. Breaks a tackle, but he gets out of bounds. He broke DJ Robinson's tackle. Wound up picking up 5 yards on it to be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, good job of DJ coming up, and Ripley's kind of doing the same thing New Albany was doing. That, they were trying to get in the middle. There was nothing there, so they went to the outside that time, able to get 5 yards on first down. Going to be 2nd and 5 for the Tigers.
All games on WNAU, WNAU.com, streaming, and New Albany Schools on the YouTube site. All three sites carrying the Bulldogs, everybody working together to bring you New Albany football. Little inside trap, and he's got some running room. He's got Shaw to beat. Shaw finally takes him out of bounds along the 22-yard line. I thought he was going to go all the way with it.
Well, good job by Shaw for the Bulldogs to at least get a hand on him, slow him down, and be able to drag him to the ground. They ran a misdirection is all they did, Kurt. They brought one back from right to left, and then they came back from left to right with the second back, handed him the football. Good blocking up front by the Tigers. Big play for Ripley.
Actually give them a first down right at the 45-yard line. 14-14 is the score. 7:12 remaining in the football first half. And there goes the handoff off the right side, and this time nowhere to go. Woods made first contact for the Bulldogs. Going to lose a yard. It'll be 3rd and 11.
Well, the Tigers that time lined up in a wishbone formation and just ran a power play to the right side, and the Bulldogs did a really good job of defending that. And I don't think that's really hadn't given the Bulldogs much trouble tonight. It's that misdirection stuff that's caused some confusion and allowed a couple of big plays running the football.
Long works at quarterback. This is his second year to be a starter, just a sophomore. Brings a man in motion, hands it to him, trying to get outside on the edge, taken down at the 24-yard line. Nice play by Cameron of the Bulldogs. Give him 1 yard on it, be 3rd down and 10. And I think the Tigers have got a field goal man, Lopez. He can hit it he can kick a long one.
Yeah, I saw him kicking before the game, and I know he was warming up with one from like 42 yards, and he made it with ease. So, yeah, they got a good kicking crew themselves. Good play that time, as you said, Kurt, by Cameron for the Bulldogs, number 11.
Long has set his back, so he's going to go up under center. He's going to work out of a shotgun formation, wishbone formation, excuse me. He's going to fake it. Now he's going to roll to his right. He's looking. He's got a man wide open at the 10, and he trots into the end zone. Touchdown for the Tigers.
Well, just a really good play by Ripley that time. They did the fake, and Long did a really good job of hiding the football, and the Bulldogs were a little confused when he rolled out, and we let that back slip out of the backfield, and he was wide open running by himself, and Long put it on him.
Tigers extra point brought to you by Tallahatchie Gourmet. Lopez comes in. He's got a good snap and hold, and he kicks it right through. 21-14, back in 60 seconds.
Reason number 8 to bank at BNA, the technology you demand. We work hard to bring you the latest in banking technologies that make your life easier. Free ATMs, mobile banking, online bill pay, and more. BNA Bank, the bank for Northeast Mississippi.
Call State Farm agent Wally Morgan at 662-539-7062 today.
What will I find at Van Atkins? Well, diamonds. Lots and lots of diamonds. Jewelry that you will not see in any other place. Our Van Atkins collection is styled from beautiful pieces from the past with a fresh Southern update. I believe you'll find value, too. You'll also find people who are a part of this community. If you're celebrating something, we're going to celebrate, too. We really hope you'll find Van Atkins special. I'm Chuck Cooper, and I feel privileged to be a part of that.
And it looks like it's going to be one of those nights, Keith, where we're going to be here till the last 30 seconds.
Well, good job that time. Ripley went down the football field with ease that time, and just really good play calling, really good execution, and Bulldogs are going to have to do the same thing.
Squib kick bouncing across the field, taking it to 18-yard line, out to the 30, tries to cut it back inside, nowhere to go. Couple of Tigers there to take DJ Robinson down. Should mark it around the 28-yard line, I think.
Yeah, somewhere in that avenue. That they kicked it over to the right, really actually in the middle, and DJ was cutting it to the right side, and Ripley did a good job of clogging up there, and he tried to cut it back to the middle of the field. Nothing there for him, and Bulldogs still going to have the football at their own 27-yard line. 1st and 10, we've got 5:38 left in the first half, and it looks like we've got a timeout by the Ripley Tigers. We're going to take that timeout with them.
It's finally game time. The smell of the fresh cut grass, the sound of the drums as the band gets ready to perform, and of course the roar of the crowd as our hometown New Albany Bulldogs enter the field. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage here in New Albany remember those days and agree they were some of the best. They also want your mortgage experience to be the best as well. They pride themselves on excellent customer service and establishing a personal connection with their clients. They also have the knowledge and programs to fit your mortgage needs. So whether you're building, buying, or refinancing your current home, they want to help. Call them and set up an appointment today. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage. Let them help make your dreams come true. Go Dogs!
Call Call State Farm agent Wally Morgan at 662-539-7062 today.
Shettles dropped for about a 9-yard loss on it. It'd bring up a second down and 19.
Well, we were looking to throw a little slant pattern again, or maybe even a little screen pass, and that linebacker for the Tigers blitzed a little bit late and came untouched.
Twin receivers left and right. Shettles back to pass. Looking. Tried a little bubble screen. It's going to be incomplete. Actually, undershot Shaw just a little bit. It'll be third down, and it's about 17.
Yeah, Ripley's made some adjustments on the outside to take away that stuff from on the outside, and that time, as you said, Brayton threw the ball just a little bit low. Shaw wasn't able to get it, but if he had caught the football, there wasn't going to be anything there anyway.
Action to be the running back. Twin receivers left and right. Third down and 17 for the Bulldogs, as the Tigers shift along that defensive front. Bulldogs looking for a receiver down middle. Got it, a Shumpert complete at midfield. Couldn't keep his feet. He's at midfield. Big catch by Shumpert. Went up, well covered, went up and came down with it and almost kept his footing, Keith.
Kurt, I thought we were fixing to call a timeout there. We let the clock run down to the last second. And what a great pass by Brayton. And as you said, Shumpert did a super job of catching that football with his hands and able to make a great catch and big play for the Bulldogs.
Bolin checks in, and Bulldogs go back to that two-down lineman set. Tigers blitz a linebacker, Cody Axon, across the 40. He's got enough for a first down. And that time, David, they shot that linebacker, and Cody stepped inside of him, got a good 10, 11-yard gain.
Cody running like Cody Atkinson is meant to run. He loves finding those holes in that line, and the line's doing a pretty good job opening up a little bit of a hole.
Mark it at the 36-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. 4:31 remaining before halftime. Shumpert wide to the left, Bolin wide to the right. Atkinson and Bolin both in the backfield. Hand off to Bolin off the right side. Give him 5 on it as he gets down behind those shoulder pads. And excuse me, I said Bolin, that was Cody on it. Give him 5 on it, maybe 6. Let's call it 2nd and 4.
Good job there by the offensive line up front. Big play on first down.
Shettles back to pass. He's looking. Receiver was held. Now Shumpert's going after it. I mean, gosh, they had him by the jersey.
Looks like we got a flag.
Oh, did they throw the flag? Okay.
Yeah.
David, I didn't see the flag come out, and I knew they had Shump by the jersey over there.
Yes, they're calling holding on the defense. That's exactly what it was, Kurt. You got good eyes after all.
I think they marked that off 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. Is that what the call is on that, Keith?
I think that's the way they do that in high school, that's for sure. And
they're back at the 30, so they should take it down to the 20-yard line. It should be a Bulldog first down. That's exactly what it's going to be.
Well, Kurt, we just ran a little pump and go there, and Brayton did a really good job of faking it. Shumpert did a good job on the move, and the guy had nothing to do but grab him.
No, it was a good defensive play because Shump was gone for 6 if he had. Hand off to Axon, looks inside, now goes outside, turns it in. He's at the 5, still on his feet inside the 5, down to the 4. 1st and 10, Bulldogs.
Wow, just a great play there. Good job by the guys on the left side of the offensive line of blocking. And again, Bolin got the football, got to the corner, ran hard, and big play for the Bulldog offense.
Hicks will check in. Bulldogs will he'll work him at a tight end, probably go to a heavy set type formation. Looks like they're going to mark it right at the 4-yard line. 3:34 remaining before halftime. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. We've got a 21-14 Ripley lead. And that's exactly what we're going to go to that heavy set with Hicks as a tight end, as Jarrell Bolin as a up back, hand off to Axon. And he's close to the goal line. Bulldogs say he scored, and he did. Touchdown, for the Bulldogs.
Wow, Kurt, good job again by Cody of running the football. Ripley blitzed the linebacker in there again, and he went right by him and able to pick up the touchdown. Good job up front of blocking. Good offensive possession by the Bulldogs.
Alexander on for the extra point. Conley does the snapping. Jeff Bolin does the holding. Got a good stuff, still a little high, but it's down and it's up and it's long and it's good. And the Bulldogs go 31 for 31 on the extra points this year. And we've got a 21-21 football game with 3:09 remaining before halftime.
Wow, Kurt, this is exciting, man. This is, to be perfectly honest with you, this is not what I expected. I expected a lower scoring football game. But right now, both offenses are clicking. And again, that time the Bulldogs, we were down in around the 25-yard line, looked like nothing was going to happen. Got a big play with a great catch by Caleb Shumpert to get things going and moved it down the field, tied this football game up. Got 3:09 left in the half. This kickoff and all kickoffs is brought to you by Northeast Mississippi Community College. Northeast is 3-3 on the football season. They defeated East Central last night. The remaining home games include number 9 East Mississippi on October the 13th and number 4 Northwest on October the 27th. Visit www.nemccathletics.com for a complete schedule plus up-to-date news on all Northeast athletic programs.
And there comes the kick, and it's going to be fielded at the 20-yard line out to the 25. Side steps a Bulldog, taken out of bounds at the 31-yard line. And now a flag. The play's over, and a flag comes in. And I don't know what the call can be because the play was over.
I don't know what he's
well over. I think they're going to mark. They're going to call it on the Tigers, but I don't know what in the world he could have done. The play had stopped, and everybody was standing there, and then the flag came.
Only thing I could think of was he was trying to get it and he couldn't get it out or something, because you're right, Kurt. The play was over when the flag came. Here he comes in. Let me see if I can see it on the replay, and I can't. But I think that's what happened. I think he had trouble getting the flag out, and he finally was able to throw it.
Back it up to the 15-yard line. It'll be a first down and 10 for the Tigers. Trying to get off the right side. Breaks one tackle, side steps another, gets down behind his shoulder pads out to the 20-yard line. And a fine job of hard running the football by the Ripley Tiger. Got 6 on it. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Yeah, they just went off tackle that time, and really wasn't a whole lot there. And the young man for Ripley just kind of kept churning. And as you said, got behind his shoulder pads and able to pick up about 5 yards on the play.
Tigers show kind of a heavy set to the right side. Long barks out the signals, hands it back this side. And once again, a nice job of running the football, taken down by Woods of the Bulldogs. But not until he gets a first down.
Well, they were trying to load up, as you said, with that power over to the right side. There obviously is not as many Bulldogs back to the left. They handed the ball off and came to the left side, hoping to maybe slip through there with not as many defenders over here. And able to get the first down, but a good tackle by the Bulldogs. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first half.
That was strong running the football for the Tigers. They've got Strong, Brooks, Williams. Boy, they got a host of running backs, and all of them look the same running the ball. Long came back with that inside trap that was a big play a little while ago. This time the Bulldogs didn't bite. Line of scrimmage will be all they'll get.
You called it, Kurt. That's exactly what they did. They ran that misdirection again. And had faked the guy to the right, went back to the left, and the Bulldogs stayed home, were in position, and actually lost yards on the play.
It'll be 2nd and 11 for the Tigers. Long gets his instruction from the sideline. 1 minute and 25 seconds remaining before halftime. Brooks and Strong will be your running back. Fakes it one way, comes back this way, and taken down at the 31-yard line, gained 5 on it. That's number 11 for the Tigers.
The same guy just threw another flag, and I cannot understand what he's throwing it on. This time he's throwing it, I think, on the Bulldogs. And I mean, I don't know, that guy's flag happy tonight, I can tell you that. That's for sure. Ripley moved back like they're throwing it on them, but
I think the call, I'm going to send it down to David Good. I think the call's on the Tigers. David?
You're exactly right. It's a little bit unsportsmanlike conduct there at the end of the play. So they're going. Looks like the Bulldogs may. I'm not sure if they're going to decline it or what. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Yeah, no, they're going to take the penalty. Back them up.
It'll back them up inside the 20-yard line, back to the 16-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 20.
got 109 left in the half.
In a tied football game, 21-21.
3rd and long right here, Kurt. Big play right here if we could stop him.
Long will work with a one-back set. He'll have a wing-back set to the right side. He looks at a Bulldog 3-down lineman set. Brings the man in motion. Fakes it to him. Comes back with that inside trap. They love to run it out to the 19-yard line. And it'll bring up 4th down and long. And the Tigers will have to punt it away. And I wouldn't be surprised to see the Bulldogs stop the clock, Keith.
Well, I thought they were, and the clock's still running. But great job by the Bulldog defense right there to stop the Tigers. Obviously got some help.
We may not have a timeout left.
Well, we may not. That's a good point. Looks like both teams are content to let the clock run down. We've got 15 seconds left on the play clock and 20. So it's about, looks like it's about 6 seconds difference in the two clocks.
We'll be sending it down to the sideline here at halftime, see if David Goode can get in touch with Cody Stubblefield, Bulldogs head football coach and athletic director. And now we've got a timeout on the field. We'll take it with them in.
Insurance agencies and companies may appear to be the same on the surface, but you'll discover a world of difference when you look a little closer. The biggest difference is the people who serve you. At Collins Insurance Agency, we've been through the good times and the not-so-good times too, always serving the people of this area with the very best in insurance coverage from some of the world's finest insurance companies. Collins Insurance Agency in New Albany.
Want to remind everybody, homecoming at New Albany High School next Friday night. Don't forget to go by French's Flower Shop, get your corsages, all your homecoming needs. Go by and see Bill French at it. French's Flower Shop on Bankhead Street.
I tell you what, Kurt, this young man for Ripley is a good punter. He gets a good kick, and that time the Bulldogs are going to get possession of the football at the 50-yard line. I would imagine we're going to take a knee and send this thing to halftime would be my expectation.
Well, really, I just haven't seen a weakness in this. They're not undefeated because they're not good. They've got a good kicking game. They've got a good punting game. They've got a really well-schemed offensive scheme. And there, this second quarter, the Bulldogs have exploited their linebacker play, I think, a little bit by getting these backs out in the flat. But they are a good football team. Make no mistake about it. And it's just one of those typical New Albany Ripley football games.
Well, I don't know what. There seems to be some confusion there. I thought they were trying to just run the clock out. Looks like we got defender. Oh, they're gonna. I don't know what they're doing.
Well, they punted the ball, and we've got the. And we.
What are we fixing to do here? We're fixing to try. Oh, now this is something we hadn't seen in a while. I think we're fixing to try.
Do you get points for this? Okay.
Well, I can't think of any reason we would be kicking it.
They're teeing it up at the 50-yard line. Whit Robbins is teeing the football up at the 50-yard line, and apparently, I've never seen this before in my life.
Derek, I haven't either, but they are going for a free kick. So if he makes a field goal from here, we get 3 points.
We're not going to count this as a field goal attempt on our
We're not. This is
on our
not
streak, but he's coming forward on it, and he has kicked it, and it's going to be a line drive kick. It's going to go out of bounds. Oh, I don't think he tried to make a field goal out of it because he aimed it for the corner. He just wanted to get to the dressing room. And let's send it down to David Good with Coach Cody Stubblefield. David.
All right, got Cody coming here. Hey, wouldn't expect anything any different when these two guys get together.
Yeah, close game. We played really bad offensively the first quarter and kind of started getting it together. Jarrell had a couple big plays. Just got to play well on both sides of the ball at the same time.
Explain what went on there that last kick.
It's free kick. If you fair catch it at the end of the half, you can take a free kick. If he would have made it through the upright, it would have been 3 points.
All right. Best of luck second half, Coach. Go get them. Back up to you guys.
Northeast athletic programs. You can also watch Northeast football all season on NEMCCTV.com.
And that halftime report tonight brought to you once again by Game Day Barbershop down on Bankhead Street in historic downtown New Albany. As Whit Robbins tees the football up, we're just about ready to get it underway here for the second half. Number 14, Holmes, to get back deep. He'll be the deep man for the Tigers. As Robbins is coming forward on it, and we are underway to start this second half. It's going to hit at the 30-yard line, and we've got a scramble for it, and a Bulldog almost got on the football.
Wow. Bulldogs got a really fortunate bounce there where it bounced back in. I thought it hit the guy, but it didn't really matter because it had been 10 yards. Had the Bulldogs got on the football, it would have been the Bulldog football, and Ripley fell on it. They're going to have possession at the 31-yard line.
Tigers and Whit Long have the football at the 31-yard line. Just underway on a nice, cool night, a full house here at Ripley for one of the more exciting high school football games you've seen in a while. Tigers will come out with a double wing set, bring one of them in motion. Whit's going to fake a handoff. I don't know, we may have a loose football. He held on to it, got 1, maybe 2 yards out of it.
It looked like Ty Long didn't really know what he wanted to do with the football there. He was kind of reading. Got a guy down here, I don't know.
No, they're still trying to say, New Albany's still trying to say they've got the football. But the officials are going to say the Tigers do. And I think they're correct. Give him 1 yard on it, make it second down and 9.
Well, good job defending there. It looked like Ty Long was trying to run a little option off of that and just wasn't anything there. Good defense by the Bulldogs.
Turner goes wide to the right for the Ripley Tigers. Twin wing set, double wing set. A little misdirection. Came back with that inside trap, and there it is again. And number 11, Holmes, is still on his feet, refusing to come down across midfield, down to the 43-yard line. And I'm telling you, Keith, that's basically that same play with that misdirection and got a big gainer out of it again.
Well, they're running, is that the wing T, Kurt, that they're running there? And it just is again, it's like you said, it's that misdirection. They've got people coming one way and the ball's going back the other way. And big play, good job by Cortland Earl to get him on the ground. He might have went all the way.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line for the Tigers. As they stay with a double wing set. Bring a man in motion. Going to turn it, going to pitch it to him. Coming outside, we've got a stoppage of play.
Fullback.
And that would be a 5-yard penalty on the Ripley Tigers.
Yeah, the fullback for the Tigers just flinched just a little bit. I saw it, and I was glad to see that the head man saw it as well.
It'll be 1st down and 15 for the Tigers. Got a tied football game, 21-21. We're in the third quarter. If you just joined us, 10:31 remaining in the third quarter. Long will bring his team up. They're going to stay with a wing T-type set, a double wing, a wing on each side. And they bring one of them in motion, hand it to the up, back straight ahead, and he plunges for 5, 6, 7 yards before he's taken down. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Tigers.
Now, Kurt, they've just completely changed their offense right here to start this series. And as you said, they're going with a double wing and running that misdirection. And that time they just gave it to the fullback right up the middle. And as you said, he kept turning his feet, was able to pick up good yardage. 2nd and 8 for the Tigers.
They'll try to lull you to sleep with this, and then they'll raise up and hit a guy streaking down the field if you're not careful. Staying with that same formation are the Tigers. Man comes in motion, fakes it one way, hands it back the other way, running room again, taken down at the 31-yard line, but enough for a Tiger 1st down.
That's number 11 for the Tigers, Brooks, and he's running the football really hard. As you said, they're just physical up front right there, and that misdirection, those two things combined, they're getting big yardage.
Almost all their yardage on the ground has come off of that one basic play with that misdirection. As Long works up under center, hands it to the up back, plunges into that Bulldog defensive line, gets 3 out of it. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Well, there wasn't, again, good job by the Bulldog defense up front to clog that up that time and hold him to 3 yards, as you said. Again, they're sticking to this formation, and they haven't run the misdirection to the left side. Every time they've ran that play, they've had number 11, Brooks, going back to the right side.
Turner checks out. Martin checks in for the Tigers. As Long brings it one way, hands it to the back, straight ahead. Breaks a couple of tackles at the line of scrimmage, ridden down from behind at the 15 down to the 14-yard line, 1st and 10.
Well, again, good contact at the line of scrimmage by the Bulldog defense, but the Ripley running back just didn't go down, able to keep his feet, able to pick up big yardage. Going to be 1st down and 10 for the Tigers from the Bulldogs. We'll call it the 14-yard line.
Tigers in the huddle. Now they come to the line of scrimmage. Bulldogs are going to stay with that 3-down lineman set. Long under center. We've got movement, and I think it's going to be movement on the Ripley Tigers, David.
Yeah, this offensive tackle on this side over here decided to get a little head start there. 5 yards back.
It will remain 1st down, 1st and 15.
Kurt, I got a good trivia question for you tonight, I think. I tried to get you and David to help me with it this time, and y'all didn't respond to my text, but I think I got one that we'll have a few people be able to find the answer to.
Good deal. Handoff is straight ahead, running room inside the 15 down to the 13. Gain 7 on it, make it 2nd down and 8. When you get ready, Keith, you just run that.
I will. I'll go ahead and give you the trivia question right now. The Bulldogs, the winningest, the coach that had the most wins in New Albany history was Ben Jones. He coached here from 1979 to 1985. What was his record win-loss record, and what was his record against the Ripley Tigers?
Double wing set, bring a man in motion, turn and pitch it to him. The ball gets away. Running back does a good job getting back and picking it up. Number 7 for the Tigers did a great job getting back and getting the football. But a big loss for the Tigers, a big play for the Bulldog defense. Looked like Witt got tied up, Keith.
Yeah, Long went, when he turned to pitch the ball, he fell to the ground and pitched it behind number 7. Number 7, as you said, did a really good job of getting on the football. The Tigers are going to have 3rd down and about 20 yards to go, maybe 18 yards to go.
They'll stay with the same set. The Tigers will. Bring the man in motion, hand it one way, come back with that play coming back. Almost got some running room. Mr. Hicks got enough of him to slow him down, and then a couple other Bulldogs there to finish him off. It'll be 4th down, and I think the Tigers are going to send the field goal team onto the field.
There's no question they're going to send it on.
What's it going to be, a 42-yarder?
It's going to be a 40-yarder, maybe a 39-yarder, it looks like.
39-yarder, basically in the middle of the field, favors the right side just a little bit.
I don't think leg is an issue here. We jumped
Looks
off
like
shots.
The kick is high, it's long, and it is good. And we're lucky there's not a flag on the field because it looked like somebody on the right side of the Bulldog defense almost jumped.
Well, he made that one with ease. He put it through there. Again, let me go back to this trivia question real quick. Ben Jones he won more games as a coach than any other coach in New Albany history. He coached here from 1979 to 1985. What was his record as a Bulldog head coach, and what was his record during that time versus the Ripley Tigers?
316-4000 is the number to call. First caller with the correct answer, $20 gift certificate at Tallahatchie Gourmet.
Tallahatchie Gourmet. Good job that time, Kurt, by the Bulldog defense to stop them. They moved down the field, used a lot of time. We're down inside 6 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, but the Bulldogs did a good job of at least making them attempt that field goal And again, the young man from Ripley made that field goal with ease, and they've got a good field goal kicker just like we do. So, but we kept them out of the end zone anyway.
Atkinson, Shaw, and Robinson back deep for the Bulldogs as the ball bounces. DJ Robinson picks it up, breaks one tackle, sidesteps another, still on his feet. Did a good job to get out to the 31-yard line. The Bulldogs have first down. And now we've got some flags. I don't know who started what down there, David, with some pushing and shoving. David Good.
Not sure which one this is going to go on. But the New Albany guy was on the retreat, so I'm assuming it would be against Ripley. So
I think it's on numbers.
We'll just have to see how that is going to be against Ripley. So good start. Just a good starting point for this drive.
Choctaw County leads East Webster 34-7. Eupora has taken a 16-12 lead over Calhoun City. Clarkdale 17, Morton 14, Nettleton 15, Aberdeen 12. Water Valley leads Manatee 27-14. They're going to mark it off against the Ripley Tigers.
The Ripley Tiger fans are upset, but I mean the number 7 for Ripley went after our guy, and it was pretty obvious on there. I think they had engaged before the play was over, but anyway, big break for the Bulldogs. Good field position.
Boonville leads Bruce 42-0. As Shettles barks out the signals, hands it to Cody Axon straight ahead. He dives and plunges inside across the 50 down to the 49. Give him 5 yards on it and make it 2nd and 5.
Right there between the center and 2 guards there. Good job by Cody. There wasn't a whole lot there, and Cody just kind of dove down under the pile to get more yardage.
Houston 33, North Pontotoc nothing. Cody looks outside, now back inside, not anywhere to go. Line of scrimmage is all he gets. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Well, Ripley did a good job that time of coming up and keeping him from getting to the outside, and when he turned it back to the inside, there was nothing but black jerseys there, and big play by the Tiger defense. Bulldogs have the football, 3rd down, and about 5 yards to go for the first down.
Shettle sends twin receivers left and right. Itawamba's taking a 21-20 lead over Shannon. As Shettles brings a man in motion. That's going to be Jarrell Bolin. Hand off to Cody Axon. Nowhere to go. They were waiting on it. It'll be 4th down right at midfield. And Whit Robbins and the punt team will check onto the field.
Well, just nothing there. I don't know what Braden was looking. I mean, the whole time he handed the ball to Bowling, and they were in the backfield before he really ever got the football. Nothing there. Braden staying in the football game as the punter right here. Probably going to do that pooch punt we saw him do in the last couple of weeks.
He's running for his life, and he's in trouble. And the Ripley Tigers are going to wind up with excellent field position. Shettles never did get into position to punt the football. 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 46-yard line.
I couldn't decide what he was trying to do there, Kurt. I don't know if his intent was to punt the football or if he was going to look for somebody to throw it to, but Ripley did a good job of getting up the field, and it really, I think Braden probably thought that if he tried to kick it, it might get blocked, so he tried to get around him, and then just nothing there. Good play by Ripley on defense, and they have great field position here with 3:46 left in the 3rd quarter.
Now the Bulldog defense is going to have to step it up. Long will work out of a shotgun. He'll hand it to his deep back. Not much running room. Gets it down behind that shoulder pads and does a good job getting 4 yards out of it.
Yeah, just a little outside run. They've been running the football on the inside with success between the tackles, and that time they went outside and picked up 4 yards. 2nd down and 6 for the Tigers.
3:21 remaining in the 3rd quarter. 24-21's the score. Ripley leads the football game. Tigers will go with kind of a heavy set them to the right side. Long gives it to his deep back, looking outside, still looking outside, and a nice job of coming up and making a play over there, Keith. I couldn't tell who that was.
I'm not sure if it.
David, I couldn't tell. We couldn't tell who came up and made that play, but a nice job by the Bulldogs.
I believe it was a corner over 28. Corner 28.
28's not showing up on my roster for the Bulldogs, but that's exactly who it was 28 for the Bulldogs.
Made a really nice play.
He sure did.
3rd down and 6. Tigers fake it one way, come back the other way, and this time, no way. Hopkins is there for the Bulldogs. Big loss for the Tigers. It'll be 4th down and 12.
Well, good job there by the Bulldog defense of stepping up, and you said it, Kurt. They were running that misdirection again, trying to come with a guy from the left side back to the right, and the Bulldogs were in the backfield, did a super job of getting penetration, and moved them back. It's going to be 4th down and 12, and the Tigers are sending on their punting unit.
Nice job by the Bulldog defense, Keith, in a must situation. They just stepped up and stopped the Tigers.
No doubt about it.
DJ will get back around the 15-yard line. That's DJ Robinson. Snap is good. Plenty of time. High punt. It's going to take a Tiger roll right down to one hopper down to the 5-yard line. So the Bulldogs got 95 yards of real estate to work with straight ahead down the field. Trailing the football game 24-21, a minute and 32 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Well, Kurt, that's one thing that you can say about this football game. I would say the advantage field position-wise has definitely gone to the Tigers tonight. It seems like we've been starting in a hole a lot. And, again, the good thing about that is we got a whole lot of yards we can add to our total.
Shumpert and Bolin come wide to the right side of the field. Shettles will have a one running back set. He'll work with Bolin as a heavy set. The Bulldogs have a tight end in the game. Now we've got flags. Now we've got illegal procedure on the Bulldogs. Well, it'll back them up half the distance, so it'll put it on around the 2.5-yard line. Shettles hands it to Action straight ahead. He does a good job of fighting out across the 5 to the 7-yard line.
Good job that time by Cody. As you said, when he got the football, there was somebody standing right in front of him. He made a miss, able to pick up just a few yards there. Bulldogs still in the hole. 2nd down and 10 yards to go.
Shettles to... I don't know.
Yeah, not much going on there. It's Cody again. We were trying to go off the left side and just nothing there.
3rd down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Looks like the ball is on the 5-yard line. And now we got to just make sure we get Whit Robbins some room to punt this football. And the Tigers are going to give us a break, jump out or jump off sides.
Yep, and that was intentional by the Bulldogs. We tried to draw them off sides, and it worked. Going to help us get out of that hole a little bit, and now we got 3rd and manageable to get a 1st down.
Third and 6. Shettles rolls to his right. He's looking. He had DJ Robinson had a step on his man, overshot him out here at the 40-yard line.
Well, good job that time by the Bulldogs that rolled Braden out. He had, as you said, DJ was behind his defender, and Braden threw it out there, and DJ just not able to get to the football. Almost a big play, but going to be a punt situation. And I think we finally got a winner on my trivia question I'll give you here in a few minutes.
Whit Robbins punted out of the end zone, got much more room to work with than he did last week when we had him hemmed up. He's got time. He gets it away. pretty nice punt fielded at the fair, caught at the 45-yard line. So Witt does a pretty nice job of getting the ball out of there.
Yeah, he did a really good job. That was a good high punt, had a good spiral to it, and got it to the 45-yard line. Tigers are going to have the football. 1st and 10, leading the football game 24-21. We've got 4 seconds left in this third quarter. And our winner for the trivia question tonight is Miss Kay Parks. Kay knew that Coach Ben Jones won 57 games while he was at New Albany, had 18 losses and 1 tie, and against the Ripley Tigers, 7 games against Ripley, he was 3-4.
Long barks out the signal, trying to get his running back outside, inside the 45, down to the 41-yard line. Gained 4 on it. Man, when that guy gets ahead of steam,
he is a speedster, that's for sure.
He's coming at you now.
Kurt, that's going to be the end of the third quarter. Ripley on the move, leading the football game 24-21, and we're going to take a break. You're listening to Bulldog Football.
Reason number 8 to bank at BNA, the technology you demand. We work hard to bring you the latest in banking technologies that make your life easier. Free ATMs, mobile banking, online bill pay, and more. BNA Bank, the bank for Northeast Mississippi.
Call State Farm agent Wally Morgan at 662-539-7062 today.
What will I find at Van Atkins? Well, diamonds. Lots and lots of diamonds. Jewelry that you will not see in any other place. Our Van Atkins collection is styled from beautiful pieces from the past with a fresh Southern update. I believe you'll find value, too. You'll also find people who are a part of this community. If you're celebrating something, we're going to celebrate, too. We really hope you'll find Van Atkins special. I'm Chuck Cooper, and I feel privileged to be a part of that.
All right, we're back at Kitchens Field. As I said, Miss Kay Parks won the $20 gift certificate from Tallahatchie Gourmet. Kay, I will text your name to Mr. Jeff Olson, and you can go down and he will have you a gift certificate for $20 to Tallahatchie Gourmet.
Tigers have the football at the 41-yard line with a 2nd down and 6. Long rolling to his right. Looking. He's got a man in the middle of the field. Off his hands, incomplete. Turner couldn't hold on to it. He was open, and the ball bounced off his hand. 3rd down and 6.
Well, the Bulldogs had Ty Long on the run that time, and Ty got outside the pocket, was running, had a guy open, and just threw the ball behind him a little bit. Good job by the Bulldog defense to get up there and get pressure on him. Going to be 3rd and 5. Come on, defense, right here.
3rd down and 6. Bulldogs will go with a 3-down lineman set. Snaps a little low. Long fakes the handoff. He keeps it. He's got a Tiger 1st down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Well, I'll have to say a good time to call that play.
Well, just a really good call by their offensive coaching staff. They ran up to the line of scrimmage pretty quick there and looked like they were just going to load up and run that same thing they've been running. And Ty Long faked it to the fullback, got to the corner, able to pick up the 1st down.
They'll go back now with that double wing set. Long up under center. Hand off to the up back. Got some running room. Plunges inside the 25 to the 23-yard line. Gained 5 on it. Gained 6 on it. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Just good physical running there by number 9, and the Bulldogs need to tighten up right here. Would love to see them make that field goal kicker attempt another field goal right here.
Turner goes wide to the left. Long works up her center, hands it to his up back, and he's going to be close to a Tiger 1st down. In fact, he's going to have a 1st down at the 19-yard line.
Well, Kurt, they're lining up in that double wing, and they're giving it to the fullback the last few times on that, and just kind of going in there and leaning on the Bulldogs, kind of pushing them backwards and getting, if you get 3, 4, 5 yards every play, you'll be happy.
That's strong. He's a perfect name. He's a big, strong runner. For the Tigers, they've got a first down at the 19-yard line. Same formation, double wing, man in motion, hand off to Strong, straight ahead. This time, nowhere to go. Bulldogs waiting on him. Line of scrimmage is going to be about all he get. Going to bring up a second down and 9 for the Tigers. David?
Had a wad of Bulldogs tackling there. They was trying to strip the ball from him, unable to come up with it there, but good job on first down there for the Bulldogs defensive front.
44 remaining in the football game. Tigers in no hurry whatsoever. They've got the ball at the 17-yard line. They've got a second down and 9. Long brings his man in motion, turns, fakes a pitch to him. He's looking for the end zone, and he completes it for a touchdown. A Bulldog was there with him. Receiver turned and caught it back shoulder. Touchdown, Tiger.
Yeah. They've been setting that play up all night, and they just did a really good job of executing. They were lined up in the same formation they had been lined up in over and over, and had that one receiver out there, and he ran one-on-one, and we had good defense on him. He just kind of threw it behind him, and our defender tried to turn around. By the time he did, he dropped it in there for a touchdown.
Lopez will come in for the extra point for the Tigers. And it's good, and they're going to go up 31-21. 9:18 remaining in the football game. Back in 60 seconds.
It's finally game time. The smell of the fresh cut grass, the sound of the drums as the band gets ready to perform, and of course the roar of the crowd as our hometown New Albany Bulldogs enter the field. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage here in New Albany remember those days and agree they were some of the best. They also want your mortgage experience to be the best as well. They pride themselves on excellent customer service and establishing a personal connection with their clients. They also have the knowledge and programs to fit your mortgage needs. So whether you're building, buying, or refinancing your current home, they want to help. Call them and set up an appointment today. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage. Let them help make your dreams come true. Go Dogs!
Call State Farm agent Wally Morgan at 662-539-7062 today.
All right, we're back in Ripley, Mississippi. The Tigers have just taken a 10-point lead, and they're going to kick it. And it's another squib-type kick. The Bulldogs bobble it around. Now they're going to pick it up and try to cut up the field. Going to cut up, and the Ripley Tigers are all over him. Bulldogs are going to take possession of the football about the 19-yard line, trailing this football game by 10 points. Kurt, we've got to get something going right here, man. We need 10 points in a hurry, and we got 9 minutes and 11 seconds left in this football game. We're going to have to score quick.
You nailed it right on the head, Keith. Shumper to come wide to the left. Jarrell Bolin to be in a slot to the left. Shettles looks at a 3-down lineman set. He's back to pass. He's got time. Fires a bullet, and DJ dropped it. Hit him in the hands that time. Just couldn't hold on.
Just a curl route right there. We had, as you said, 2 to the right, 2 to the left, and ran a little curl route right there about 5 yards down the field. As you said, hit him in the hands, not able to come up with it.
Bolin and Robinson wide to the right. Shettles back to pass. He's got time. He's looking, completes it to Bolin at the 35. Drags a couple of Tigers out across the 40 to the 44-yard line. First and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Great pass that time by Braden. Good job by the guys up front, giving him time to throw the football. And Jeff Boland did a super job of taking it in, and as you said, picking up some extra yardage after the catch.
They better keep an eye on Shumpert over here. As Boland's back to pass. Sets up a screen in the middle to DJ. Got some running room, got some speed. Picks up a block from Shumpert. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's going to take it all the way. Taken down from behind at the 4-yard line.
Wow, great play call right there by the Bulldog offensive coaching staff. And it looked like it was not going to materialize there. It looked like it was breaking down. Good job by Braden getting DJ the ball. Good job by Shumpert, number 7 for the Bulldogs, to not block in the back out there on the outside.
Hicks is in the football game. Boland's in the football game. A heavy set for the Bulldogs. Hand off to Axon, looking for a block. Hit, hard at the 4-yard line. Got 1 yard out of it. That'll be all he'll get.
Yeah, just not much there for the Bulldogs that time. With trying to run it off the right side, and Cody did a little bit of a juke there. I thought he might have found something, and there was nothing there. Probably may even lost a yard on that one.
Bulldogs take Hicks out of the game. They'll go with a 2-back set. That'll be Shaw and Atkinson. Twin receivers to the right. Hand off to Cody Axon again. Hits it up inside. Gets behind his shoulder pads. Bulldogs say touchdown. And so do the officials.
Wow.
Nice job of moving the football down the field by the Bulldogs.
Well, just a great answer right there after they go down and take a 10-point lead for us to get back down the field that quick. Still got us a football game right here.
Whit Robbins will do the extra points for the Bulldogs. Kick is up, it's high, it's long, and that Tallahatchie Gourmet extra point is good, and that makes the Bulldogs 32 out of 32 on extra points. As a streak by the dynamic duo keeps on clicking.
Well, good job that time, Kurt, by the offense. I'm telling you, it just looked like, things the momentum had really shifted to Ripley's side. We came back down the field, put points on the board. We got 7 minutes and 39 seconds left in the game. We trailed by 3, and it's time right here, Kurt. The defense has got to step up and make a play for us if we're going to win this football game, and right here they need to do it.
Well, you couldn't have said it better. That's what it's all going to come down to. I don't think the Ripley Tigers are going to come out throwing the football. I think they're going to come out and they're going to try to grind out some first downs. And it's going to be us against them.
Kurt, we got another kickoff here brought to you by Northeast Mississippi Community College. Visit www.nemccathletics.com for a complete schedule plus up-to-date news and on all Northeast athletic programs. You can watch Northeast football all season at nemccctv.com.
Robbins has it teed up. Martin back deep for the Tigers. Excuse me, that's Holmes. And it's going to be kind of an onside kick, and the Bulldogs may have it, Keith. We've got a scramble on the field. We're going to send it down to David Good.
We got it.
New Albany's ball. I knew when they had Grayson out there was something exciting fixing to happen, and the Bulldogs recovered an onside kick. Unbelievable.
What a call, Kurt. What a call, man. I mean, that takes it right there. That's awesome. Great job by Grayson. It was really a really good kick, and it hit the Ripley Tiger. Good job by the Bulldogs to get on the football. Now we've got time. We don't need to rush things. Just take our time and try to get this thing down the field.
Shumpert and Boland wide to the left. Boland and DJ Robinson wide to the right. Back to pass is Shettles. Completes it at the 45-yard line. Gained about 3 yards out of it. Nice job of jumping. That was a little bit high. DJ did a nice job of getting up. Got a 5 out of it.
Super catch by DJ there. As you said, it was a slant route. Braden threw it a little high for DJ, but DJ made a great catch.
Going to go with a two-back set. Hand off straight ahead. He's going to get 3 yards out of it. It's going to be 3rd down and 3.
Well, just not a whole lot there, Kurt. I don't know if he got 3 yards. It looks like it's going to be 3rd down, and as you said, about 3 to go. And got to be able to run the football a little bit here. Going to throw it right here, I would imagine.
Shettles tries to draw them off sides. The Tigers don't take the bait. 6:31 in the football game remaining. Atkinson in motion. Shettles tries to keep it straight ahead. He's going to be taken for a loss. He's going to lose 5 on it. It's going to be 4th and 7. And that play never developed.
Well, it looked like we were trying to run a called quarterback draw with Braden there, and Ripley just closed down the gap. There was just nothing there, and Bulldogs are going to have 4th and 8, and they're going to have to punt this football away right here, and not going to be able to capitalize on the break on the onside kick, and looks like we are going to punt the football with 5 minutes and 50 seconds left in the football game.
Robbins will come on to punt it away. Looks like a high punt. It's going to be a short punt. Let's see what it's going to do when it rolls. Not much. It's going to be right at the 25-yard line, no return. So here we go, folks.
Well, we're where we were, Kurt, when we were kicking off. We said the defense was going to have to step up, and we got the football, not able to do anything with it. Now the defense just lost a little bit of time there, but defense needs to step up for us right here.
5:34 remaining in the football game. New Albany trails 31-28 in what's been a back-and-forth battle here at Ripley High School.
Yeah, been a really good football game by both teams.
Tigers are going to go to a wishbone formation, long up under center. He barks out the signals, gives it to his up back, nowhere to go.
Well, they're not blowing it,
I'm going to tell you one thing.
Wow. Good job by number 38 for the Bulldogs, picking up the, that's going to be Woods. He stepped into the hole and filled the gap. Going to give him a yard gain there. I was kind of thinking they should have blown that dead a little bit before they did, Kurt.
No question about it. No question about it.
Clock continues to run down to 5 minutes. 2nd down and 9 for the Tigers. They're not going to be in any hurry, obviously.
No, they're taking their time. They're going to stay with that wishbone. Come back the other way to number 11, Brooks. Nowhere to go down at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a 3rd down and 9 for the Tigers as the clock runs, 4:36 remaining in the football game, and they are taking their time.
Good job that time by Montavio Sullivan stepping up and making a play. We're running guys in and out on the defensive front wall, and the clock continues to run. We're down to under 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game, and the Tigers have 3rd and 9.
I don't know what the Bulldogs timeout situation is. Maybe David Goode can check on it.
I don't think we've called one this half.
Long comes with that misdirection, and this time nowhere to go. And number 12 right there for the Bulldogs make a really nice play. Really nice job.
I think we still have our full allotment of 3, guys.
Really nice job by Keener staying home and waiting on the play, and the Bulldogs will take their first time out. 4th and 9, 3:53 remaining in the football game.
Well, the Bulldogs had seen enough of that misdirection, and they were all over it. As you said, Keener and a couple other guys were there to make the play. Big stop by the Bulldog defense. They did exactly what we needed them to do, and we're going to get possession of this football with probably 3.5 minutes left in the game, and have a chance to go down and win this football game, Kurt.
That's the situation. It's just as clear as it can be. Don't do anything risky on this punt.
No.
Make sure we have the ball wherever it is. Make sure it's ours. DJ will get back. Going to line up somewhere around the 45-yard line. Ripley punter will stand on the 12, punt it from the 15. What a great time to kick one off the side of your foot. He's got a good snap. He gets his punt away. Pretty nice punt. DJ catches it on the run and fumbles it, and the Tigers pick it up, and they've got the football at the 32-yard line.
Well, Kurt, that's exactly what you didn't need to happen right there, and, just a tough break for the Bulldogs, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Well, we've got 2 timeouts remaining. They're going to bring it back at least to the 41-yard line, claim it was down at that point. But now it's a little bit different situation.
Yeah, that was, we had our chance there, and just a big break for the Tigers.
Long to go with that double wing set. They've been successful with it all night. He'll hand it to the up back, and he's going to break a couple of tackles. He's going to get 5, maybe 6 yards out of it. You hate to call a timeout with a 2nd and 4, but I don't know, the Bulldogs may have to, Keith.
Yeah, they got to save all the time they can save, and they're going to let the clock run. I guess maybe call a timeout after this play right here, but it is Tigers are, again, not going to be in any rush. Going to take their time and let this clock run as far down as it can.
3:10 remaining. And the clock running. Handoff goes to the up back. He's going to get to the 32-yard line. Going to be close to a first down, 3rd and 1. And it's really just where you don't want the ball to be, because if you coach Stubblefield, you got a 3rd and 1 here. You don't want to, you got 2 timeouts left. You can't afford to take one right here.
Well, that's a good point, and it's they're going to let this clock run down. You just can't let the clock keep running, but they're going to run a dive play right up the middle. Is exactly what they're fixing to do, and the Bulldogs need to step up right here and hold them.
Timeout, Ripley. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
It's finally game time. The smell of the fresh cut grass, the sound of the drums as the band gets ready to perform, and of course the roar of the crowd as our hometown New Albany Bulldogs enter the field. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage here in New Albany remember those days and agree they were some of the best. They also want your mortgage experience to be the best as well. They pride themselves on excellent customer service and establishing a personal connection with their clients. They also have the knowledge and programs to fit your mortgage needs. So whether you're building, buying, or refinancing your current home, they want to help. Call them and set up an appointment today. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage. Let them help make your dreams come true. Go Dogs!
Call State Farm agent Wally Morgan at 662-539-7062 today.
The Tigers are going to be short of the first down. It's going to be 4th down and 1. If they mark the football where I think they're going to mark it, and New Albany Bulldogs will have to take a timeout. Ripley's going to go for it, I'm sure. And if they get it, it'll pretty well be the ball game.
You said it, buddy.
We've got 1 timeout remaining, I think, after this. And what a ball game it has been.
It has definitely been a thrilling football game, and it's going to come down to this play right here, whether we're going to have a chance to move it down the field and win it or not. And, again, it's going to be 4th and a little bit more than a yard, and I would expect the Tigers to run this thing right at the middle and see if we can stop them.
Well, we've got a timeout on the field, and there's not much you can say that hasn't already been said. It's just a wait and see game. Tigers, Ripley get a first down, or the Bulldogs hold them.
Got to have some discipline right here. Don't let them get you to jump off sides.
We hold them. I'm confident we might go down and score.
Well, I believe that. We got plenty of time if we can just hold them here.
Tigers got their big running back at fullback. They're going to give him the football. I don't have any doubt about it. No, they're not. They're going to pitch it, and we had the play made and missed him. It's going to be a first down for the Tigers, and it's almost an impossible situation for the Bulldogs right there.
Well, just a good call by the Ripley coaching staff.
Yep.
Again, you're waiting for them to run it up the middle. They pitch it to the outside. Bulldogs did a good job of being in position to make the play, just not able to make the play, and they got the first down, and they're going to win this football game.
Barring some kind of strange event, I believe you are correct.
Yeah, Cortland Earl was there and was in position and just not able to make the play.
A minute 47 seconds in the clock running, and the Tigers have a first down. And they're not worried about moving the ball now. They're probably going to take a knee.
Well, I mean, they should. I don't know why they wouldn't.
Handoff goes to the big up back. He gets the line of scrimmage. That's rather academic at this point. And the New Albany Bulldogs will take a timeout. We're going to take one with them. 31-28. Back in 60 seconds.
Insurance agencies and companies may appear to be the same on the surface, but you'll discover a world of difference when you look a little closer. The biggest difference is the people who serve you. At Collins Insurance Agency, we've been through the good times and the not-so-good times too, always serving the people of this area with the very best in insurance coverage from some of the world's finest insurance companies. Collins Insurance Agency in New Albany.
Seconds remaining, 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. But really, Keith, all they've got to do is take a snap and a knee and watch the clock run a couple times here.
Yeah, and I anticipate that's what they're probably going to do.
I'd be real surprised if they hand it off. Long up under center. He is going to hand it to his up back. No, he's going to pull it and keep it himself. And he's going to be inside the 20 down to the 16-yard line. And he may have another first down. I don't know where they're going to mark it, David. He may have another first down. It's awful close.
I believe they're going to give him to Kurt, giving him forward progress. He got a first down.
The clock runs. We're at a minute left in the football game. No timeouts left for the Bulldogs. And not much else you can do. In fact, is there nothing else you can do?
No, we've talked about it. I'm surprised they continue to run plays. They're not going to now. They're just going to take a knee and walk out of here with a victory.
Yeah. No doubt about it. And we had our chances, Keith. That's going to run on down. We had our chances, but we made a couple of mistakes that let this thing get away from us. And we kind of were suspicious that whoever made the mistakes might come out on the short end of it before the night was over. And made a couple of mistakes in the first quarter, then we made another mistake right here in the fourth quarter. And the Ripley Tigers are going to remain undefeated with a 31-28 victory over the New Albany Bulldogs. Long is going to take a knee, and you have to congratulate the Tigers. It was a hard-fought ball game, and they won it.
Yeah, they did. They sure won the football game, and they just made more plays at the end of the day than we did. And as you said, mistakes and turnovers, and tough loss for the Bulldogs. Really tough loss.
We'll be back in a couple of minutes with Coach Cody Stubblefield and David Good.
Reason number 8 to bank at BNA, the technology you demand. We work hard to bring you the latest in banking technologies that make your life easier. Free ATMs, mobile banking, online bill pay, and more. BNA Bank, the bank for Northeast Mississippi.
Call State Farm agent Wally Morgan at 662-539-7062 today.
What will I find at Van Atkins? Well, diamonds, lots and lots of diamonds. Jewelry that you will not see in any other place. Our Van Atkins collection is styled from beautiful pieces from the past with a fresh Southern update. I believe you'll find value too. You'll also find people who are a part of this community. If you're celebrating something, we're going to celebrate too. We really hope you'll find Van Atkins special. I'm Chuck Cooper, and I feel privileged to be a part of that.
It's finally game time. The smell of the fresh cut grass, the sound of the drums as the band gets ready to perform, and of course the roar of the crowd as our hometown New Albany Bulldogs enter the field. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage here in New Albany remember those days and agree they were some of the best. They also want your mortgage experience to be the best as well. They pride themselves on excellent customer service and establishing a personal connection with their clients. They also have the knowledge and programs to fit your mortgage needs. So whether you're building, buying, or refinancing your current home, they want to help. Call them and set up an appointment today. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage. Let them help make your dreams come true. Go Dogs!
Call State Farm agent Wally Morgan at 662-539-7062 today.
Insurance agencies and companies may appear to be the same on the surface, but you'll discover a world of difference when you look a little closer. The biggest difference is the people who serve you. At Collins Insurance Agency, we've been through the good times and the not so good times too, always serving the people of this area with the very best in insurance coverage from some of the world's finest insurance companies. Collins Insurance Agency in New Albany.
Reason number 8 to bank at BNA, the technology you demand. We work hard to bring you the latest in banking technologies that make your life easier. Free ATMs, mobile banking, online bill pay, and more. BNA Bank, the bank for Northeast Mississippi.
Call State Farm agent Wally Morgan at 662-539-7062 today.
What will I find at Van Atkins? Well, diamonds, lots and lots of diamonds. Jewelry that you will not see in any other place. Our Van Atkins collection is styled from beautiful pieces from the past with a fresh Southern update. I believe you'll find value too. You'll also find people who are a part of this community. If you're celebrating something, we're going to celebrate too. We really hope you'll find Van Atkins special. I'm Chuck Cooper, and I feel privileged to be a part of that.
Here, missed one there, and just not able to capitalize on those things. Just unable to pull out the victory tonight, but I can't complain about the way the team played. They fought hard, both sides of the ball, and we're right there at it. Had got the onside kick, and we were starting to drive. They just couldn't put it all together. Just got to play a little bit better, and then once we get a little bit better, got a lot to be proud of in these guys.
Well, we knew coming in, David, it was going to be a battle, and that's just exactly what it was. And really the difference in the football game was a couple of mistakes.
Yeah, I was anticipating a lower scoring game than what we had, but Bulldogs hung right in there with them, hung most points that Ripley's had scored on them all year. not tonight in this one game. So very fortunate for the Bulldogs or for the Tigers that they came out with a victory, but Bulldogs played hard.
Yeah, no doubt about it, David. It was a
got a couple of injuries as well. One, Emmanuel Tucker got a knee tweaked in the first half, so not sure exactly what his